La 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 la.
And I'm pretty sure we're live. Let me just make show to the show. Are we
Yeah,
live?
it's
Yes, we are.
yeah, just
What is
close.
going on, ladies and gentlemen? How y'all doing? Welcome to the show, RGT Podcast. Believe it or not, this is episode 93. That's 93 episodes in the books, ladies and gents.
Getting
Definitely going to
close on
be a
that
good
100.
show. Oh, yeah. Next year is definitely going to be a lot to go over. Now, before I get into the gaming news with these awesome people on this panel, I got to make a I gotta legit say my apologies to all of you. I did promise some videos. I did not get a chance to drop hardly anything. It's the holiday season, and I just been busy. But I want to say shout out to everybody in the chat. Hit that like button if you guys already know. Well, you already know what's about to happen. About to get into these topics. Definitely share it around. Let's get more gamers in here, and let's have a good show. It has definitely been one hell of a year, and I just want to say thank you to everybody who's been here from start to finish. To those of you that have been waiting in the chat so patiently, thank you again. I am definitely hyped for today. I am hyped for tomorrow. And most importantly, I am happy just to be with you guys and everybody else here on this panel. It is a great time to be a gamer, and there is a lot to talk about. So before we get into the topics, let's go ahead and get into the panel. I got a special guest for today. Y'all know him. For those of you my some of you my OGs on the channel, y'all know who this dude is. He hardly needs any introduction. He says his name is Big Money, but we already know he ain't got no damn money. But no, real talk.
None at all.
But no, real talk. It's good to have him back on here. He wanted to jump on here, so definitely good show to end it with for the holiday season. Mr. Big Money, what's up?
What's up? What's up, everybody? Thank y'all for coming out. Thank you for the invite, man. Shout out to the panel and shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Let's have a good show.
All right, all right. Of course, every show we gotta have the Messiah. What is going on, my brother? How you been?
I'm doing well. I've been doing the movie thing here lately, so I'll be doing a Rise of Skywalker spoiler talk later tonight.
Yikes! That's all I gotta say.
But yeah, yeah. Thanks for having me. Some good topics here. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Hit the like button and share the video.
All right. All I gotta say is yikes for that Star Wars
Yikes!
comment.
Nah,
And
it
of
was
course,
good.
of course, one of, if not the most reliable source for all your PlayStation news, rumors, etc., etc. Dude is consistent in everything he does, and dude has ongoing passion that just cannot be rivaled. It seems. Mr. Foxy Games UK, what's up, brother?
Oh, I'm loving the positive vibes. Can you feel the love
Can you feel
tonight?
it? Y'all can feel the vibes of the vibes. Wow, awesome. How you doing, though?
Mhm.
What's going on? Doing good?
Yeah, I'm always good, man. Always good until I'm not good. But
Doing
today
good
I'm
till you're
good.
not good? No. Okay, okay. Y'all hear this? Y'all hear this man right here? Let's definitely jump into the first topic of this evening. Man, where do I start? I guess I'll warm up the show. Sony is launching a new attachment for the DualShock 4. Now, for those of you that did not know what this is, it's basically a attachment that slides in the bottom of the controller where the headphone port is, and basically it acts, or basically it turns your standard DualShock 4 controller into a scuff controller with programmable buttons that you can pretty much assign to the paddles and have it, do that for the controller. Now, this is a cool, option, right? But I'm wondering if Sony, this is kind of the question for the panel, do y'all think Sony is like experimenting for elite controllers for PlayStation 5, like, have a better elite controller down the line? Obviously Microsoft is seeing success with it with the Series X, or not the Series X, with the Xbox elite controllers. They have so many now. Do y'all think we're probably going to get that for PlayStation 5? New and improved controllers built off of feedback from the gamer. It's definitely going to be an interesting topic. So what you think about it, Money? What you think?
Uh, to tell you the truth, man, I'm kind of caught off surprise off of this because this is my first time hearing about this.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's in the Discord.
I
You got a
don't
picture
think
of
you
it.
know what.
No, I'm
Yeah,
okay.
I don't.
Let's get it.
I wouldn't want them to go down. I don't want them to mess with the controller. I'm so in love with the PlayStation controller. I don't want them to mess with it at all. It's okay to add, little bits and features like they. You know what? What makes me upset about the controller is this. touchpad. They haven't did anything with the touchpad, so I'm hoping that they add a little something to that or whatever they're gonna do because they haven't used that touchpad this whole generation. But yeah, man, this just caught me off surprise what you just said. I just heard about this, you know, like really an hour ago, and then you mentioned it again. So I'm really not up to par on what's going on with that for real, to tell you the truth.
Okay, I thought you saw it. It's in the Discord. But yeah, to you again. I don't know if you want to look at it. It's literally just scroll up a bit on the Discord and you can see it. But I'll come back to you if you want me to. If you want to add some more to it.
Ryan,
Correct.
Ryan,
Yeah.
just in future, and I need to do this myself, rather than just pick someone randomly. We'll just say, does anybody know about this? And because I always do that. I ask people about things that they're not
Prepare for
up to date with too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's like a long thing, man.
I got you. Craig, did you hear about the attachment for the DualShock 4?
Yeah, I think it looks stupid. But
Okay.
if people want to go out and buy it, I agree with Big Money. I like the what they got now. Yeah, it's just yeah, I'm not a big fan of attaching a bunch of stuff to the stick. Yeah, people want it. That's great for the people who want something like that. I don't understand what it's doing, what it's going to do that the other stick won't do or help or enhance. But it is what it is. I'm not knocking it. People want to come buy it. That's cool.
Okay. And Fox,
No, I don't want any pizza. Sorry, not you. I don't want pizza. No, I'm right. Yeah, go on. Sorry.
All right. Okay.
Sorry, what did you say?
No, I was saying what you think on the attachment for the controller.
Yeah, it's definitely a tester. I mean, and it's obviously going to be an all-in-one controller unit featuring that. I don't think it's going to be the PS5's controller at launch. I feel like they're going to just launch just a standard PS5 controller, and it will be a second controller that's more expensive if you want it, and it won't just have that add-on thing that they're doing now. The all-in-one version of it will have a few extras as well that will probably be just for the PS5. Maybe it will work on the PS4 backwards, but it won't be able to use a lot of the features that rely on the PlayStation 5's built-in OS.
Yeah.
But I'm not a fan of this clip-on business. I was surprised, actually. This is why I haven't actually reported on it. You haven't heard me even mention it in the news. All I've done is retweet the Sony commercial for it. I feel it's a bit tacky for Sony to make, because it's almost as if something a third-party manufacturer would do. Look how many countless Nintendo Switch accessories there are. Some are okay and some are really trash.
Like shovelware.
Now, I'm sure this one's quality by Sony, but it still has that feel of maybe a third party should have done this. Sony should have made an all-in-one controller. I mean, it's not a whole lot of R&D budget involved in something like that. You already got the existing technologies. Just mold it into one whole piece of plastic. I don't know why they chose the add-on. There's no need to test the market, really, because Xbox controller, has proven, the premier, the top tier one, the premium one, has proven that people are willing to pay in excess of $100 for a controller. So
yeah, they immediately, last time I checked, they did get they have a partnership, if I remember correctly, too, because they work closely with Scuff, and I think it was Astro. Remember Astro made that controller? It was like a customizable one where you can remove sections of it, something like that. And then they had the Scuff controller that was made by Scuff. It was a new one. It was like it was basically the classic shape DualShock 4, but it had like more of a grip to it type of thing. They improved it. And you would think that's something they would do with Scuff. Maybe we have Scuff do something.
I know. And put it this way. I don't dislike it.
Yeah,
I don't
no one's
object
disliking
to it.
Yeah,
it's just surprising that Sony chose to do what a third-party manufacturer would have done.
Right. It's the last thing you expect in your DM. Yeah.
Maybe I hold Sony too high up on a pedestal. Maybe that's my fault, but I just don't know them to do stuff like this. I mean, they've messed around with things in the past.
Yes.
iToy and all that stuff, but those had a more deeper meaning. This is very late in the PS4's cycle, and I can understand why people think this is a test phase for a PS5 controller.
That's right.
And maybe, just maybe, it will feature in the PS5's controller. Maybe it will. But I feel like the smart money, and if we're talking about a business here, the smart money is you release a standard PS5 controller, and that is the elite version with that built in and other features to go with it. That way, Sony will make money on both. There's no point, as a business, strictly as a business, as a consumer, I want everything as cheap as possible. In fact, I'll take it freely. Give it to me free. But I live in the real world, and I'm also I run business as well outside of video games. So I understand from that point of view as well. So the smart money is a good PS5 controller, a good one, for the launch system, and they offer this as secondary, supplementary, and they can charge you over, what they want, $100, whatever it is, undercut Microsoft's, Xbox Elite controller, whatever they need to do. But it'll be stupid to give the consumer everything in one go,
right?
Because that's not good business sense. Ask Apple. Like Apple, the iPhone 6 technology existed before the iPhone 1 release, but they didn't give you all those features because they know they need to sell different versions of the fucking device, right?
Yes.
Only an idiot gives you the whole fucking cake. And then you're full and you don't want to talk to them no more. No, give them a slice so they come back for more.
Hey, and if I'm looking at this commercial, this thing costs $30.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's $30. It's like one of those unnecessary luxuries to a lot of people, but it's like an experimental thing. That's what I'm saying. Like, maybe for something else.
Yeah, that's no.
I mean, it's not bad.
It's not bad. It's a cool concept.
It's great for you know what it's good for FPS shooters, like the paddles at the
for
back.
Call of Duty.
You could have you could have a specific run and a specific reload there. And then
you could
free
do
up
reload,
other buttons.
you could do
free up
knifing.
other buttons for other things on the front face of the controller, right?
Yeah.
So that's good, and I like the whole OLED screen. That's beautiful. But I would have preferred it wasn't a plug-in, and I prefer they just released a console with all of that on it. A slightly bigger DualShock.
So I don't know.
Wider, fatter. Make it the same size as the Xbox One controller if you must.
Add the weight if necessary to
and then add on all that OLED.
Exactly.
At the front.
Yeah.
That
makes you wonder how
on
much
the
it's going to cost, though. Yeah.
OLED at the front.
Think
I'm sorry, go ahead.
That's a good price? Y'all think $30 is a good price?
I mean, for a tester,
it's a good
sure.
price.
It's a test. I mean, it's not really like a need. It's more like a testing thing. It's like a luxury.
No. It's got a built-in OLED screen. They could have sold it to you with no screen at all for the same price.
That's very, very true too. So when you look at it, again, it's an option. If you want to try it, try it. Just test the waters, so to speak, right? Test the waters.
But I am surprised though. This is not characteristically Sony. They don't normally do this type of stuff, especially so late in the life cycle of a system. So yeah, it does tie into PS5. I'll agree on that basis because of the timing. But at the same time, I don't feel like there's something within me telling me, or maybe I know something that y'all don't. But, the PS5 controller that launches does not need to have that stuff. They can sell that as a separate controller and make lots of money. I mean, at the end of the day, you lot want to pay as little as possible for your PS5s, right? You want a lot of performance for very little money, right? Of course you do. Or you go to the PC and buy the top tier gaming rig. If it was a question of money, if it was no question of money. So you want a good deal, plenty of bang for your buck. So in order for Sony to sell these little extras, that will allow them to take a loss, absorb losses on the unit itself, along with the services and stuff. I'm sure we'll get into all of that because I got a lot to say.
Yeah, definitely. Shout out to Robert Osborne for the €5. I think that's what it is, €5. He says, fantastic channel. Keep up the good work, Ryan. I appreciate that, bro. Thank you so much. Hope everybody enjoys.
Robert, you're cheap, man. That's a cheap date, bro.
Cheap date.
You got to do my man better than that, man. I'm pimping.
We got another
That's fair. $10. Okay, that's an hour.
We got another one from Dark Link 999. Appreciate you as a long time supporter. I do appreciate it. He says this has been talked about in the fighting community or fighting game community since last year. We knew about this. It's an attachment for action and action and fighting games. Yeah, I think I did hear something about this. It was like a prototype,
I
right?
didn't.
About you didn't hear about a
I wish Dark
prototype?
Link.
It was a while
Oh, I
ago.
wish Dark Link would have told me because I didn't know
It was
about
a
it. And I
while
got my
ago.
nose
I know
deep
exactly what
in
he's talking about.
PlayStation.
Yeah, and I do remember that because I remember Sony did say something about like making more tournament focused controller or something like that. They did. It's a while ago. It was a while ago I saw this, but I know exactly what you're talking
But what
about.
about those Is it Nyko? No, not Nyko. There's a controller that comes out that's sort of like an Elite controller.
Yeah, you're talking
Begins
about
with an N.
Astro. I think it's
Is it Nacon? Nason?
Oh,
What's it called?
Nyko. It's Nyko. It's Nyko.
It's not Nyko. Not Nyko. It's not Nyko.
It starts with N. It starts with N. I think it's Nyko. I thought it was Nyko. You had it right.
It's not Nyko. It's not Nyko. It's
but I know what you're
something
talking
though.
about.
But
Yeah, it's got
they're
the
already
attachments.
catering to that market, and those are quality controllers. And Scuff do PS4 controllers as well. You know, so they're already catering to the higher end controllers. So I'm surprised Sony did this. Why not just wait and release a full controller next gen? Why do this now? You don't need to test anyone.
Yeah.
You don't need to test the market. For
Well,
one, the technology is cheap to produce, so there's no huge loss there. It's not like you're building a new console. It's just existing technology. Two, Microsoft's proven that people will buy anything.
Yeah, that is true. But one thing that can be like a slippery slope. Because you like usually when you get into that type of stuff, you become obsessed with outdoing the other one or refining it to like, you know what I'm saying? Like you take a lot from it.
Well, if that's the case, we would have had PS4 Pro revisions that beat Xbox One X.
Not talking about accessories. I ain't even talking about the console. I'm talking about the accessories. They usually do that to fix the accessories. That's what Microsoft kind of does with their Elite line. I don't know how much the new one is. Was it like close to $200 for like the Elite Series 2?
I'd never spend that.
Yeah,
I could be even if I was a billionaire, I still wouldn't spend that on a controller.
Yeah, that's
lot. Ridiculous.
That's a lot for a controller. And the thing is, too, I still see videos, and this is not something it's not hard to find, too. You still see videos where dudes saying defective controllers, and they're charging you $200 for a controller. That's pretty bad. Mm-hmm. But
Aloy, can I just say Aloy Chloe Price in the chat?
Go ahead.
I think the battery may be the only downside to it. Well, you might be pleased to know, and anybody else who was thinking about this, that the OLED is so low power, it won't even take 10 minutes off your standard talk. I was going to say talk time, like it's a cell phone, off your standard play time. Yeah. Trust me, it's low. It's super low powered. Really, it won't make any difference.
Wait, is that true? So Scuff Gaming's been acquired by Corsair? Wow, I didn't even know. That's crazy. Okay, that's a massive.
Ryan, you haven't sent Ice Queen Dawn.
I did say.
You sent her a Christmas card.
What's up, Ice Queen?
Oh God, here she goes. You just keep adding stuff to the list, don't you, Don? I see.
But the girl is obviously seeking your attention, and you're just here acting like you're. Anyway, I was going to say something there, but
you about to try me.
I don't want the SJWs to spear me to death.
Oh God! Somebody change the channel. Never mind. Moving on.
She wants you. Yeah.
Moving on. Capcom renewed the trademark for Dino Crisis and Darkstalkers. Now, you guys already know we're about to get Resident Evil 3 Remake for next year. And Capcom's pretty much made it a mission to pretty much remake all their games. They even renewed the trademark for Mega Man as well. So I'm thinking Mega Man might join the fray as well. But one of the big things that's going around is Dino Crisis Remake and possibly, of course, every other game that's on the list, including Mega Man, Darkstalkers, and a few others. What y'all think about this? Yeah,
Ryan, can I just ask you quickly?
Yes.
How do you check your tweeting history? Like going back a year and a half, a year. How do you do that?
You go and search it, if I'm not mistaken.
I got my receipts. If anyone knows how to do it, go look. A year ago, I tweeted, Capcom are resurrecting Dino Crisis and Darkstalkers. I swear to whatever god you want to believe in.
Yeah, it's been a big speculation too.
No, not we all. No one weren't talking about it when I was talking about it.
Oh, it was
No
before.
one ain't
It was
gonna
before.
jump on my train.
I got
Ain't
checked.
nobody
Yeah.
jumping on my train. My train is one passenger only.
Okay, it's time to go.
No,
check
but I'm
the
serious. I'm serious though. I got
But I was-
receipts. A
Yeah.
lot of this stuff that's coming out. If you want to go check my Twitter history, you'll see that I tweeted all this stuff long ago. In fact, so long ago, people have died of old age.
Oh God. Hold
seat. Somebody said, "Oh my God."
And I don't want to blow my own trumpet, but no one remembers me.
Yeah.
Nobody remembers. Honestly, nobody remembers. When the shit comes out, everyone says they said it.
Yep.
When I was the only one saying it. That's the only thing I hate about the community. I love the community, but I hate the community on that side because people don't speak. Some people do, but not enough people speak up and say.
Yeah.
They don't speak up for you and say, "Oh, I remember you say." Some people do.
Yeah.
Like there's one or two people I can blatantly say that do, but most people act like when they hear the news again, it's the first time they heard it.
Mm-hmm. You know how
And
it be
it's
with the
annoying.
bigger. It happens with the bigger channel. That's how they always do it, and it always.
No, but I'm talking
tends
about your
to-
own followers, though. Forget the big channels.
Uh,
People who watch your videos, who've been riding with you.
Yeah.
I don't like blowing my trumpet. People should be doing that for me. What the fuck?
He is going off today.
Nah,
No, but bro,
he
this has
he's
been going
on
on for years.
He's
But
been on
bro,
a roll.
I've been dealing with this for like 3 or 4 years, bro.
He has done so roll.
3 or 4 years. I've been dropping news well in advance of puberty.
I gotta give it
well
to
in
him.
advance of most people's puberty cycles. And no one says, nobody says anything when all the big channels and all the media comes out and says, "Oh, this is happening today." No, it was happening from last year.
It was funny as hell because I remember what was it if when we say it, it's like, oh, they got quote unquote industry inside, don't trust them type of thing. And then when it gets reported, oh guys, this has been confirmed, it's like, wow, okay. No,
I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not really pissed off.
I know, but you know how people do.
I'm just glad that it's not bullshit. I'm just glad that what I say bears fruit, like it does grow from the earth and it manifests. Because the worst thing is you say all this stuff and none of it happens.
Yeah,
it's just a matter of time. It's just, I think I'm so early that so much time passes. I think a lot of people actually forget.
Mm-hmm.
Because God knows I forget, and I'm the one saying it.
Yeah, it's. I mean, honestly, that could be a good response to it. Because let's be real here. A lot of people probably did forget about it after the Xbox reveal. The new Xbox Series X. So maybe, but some people don't, and that's the thing too. Yeah, I keep
like Resident Evil 2 remake.
Yeah,
that was my second video when I started my channel. I swear to God, I don't even believe in God. So that
now hold on, Foxy. I'm finna go look at some of this shit. No, you just you claiming too much stuff now. Come on, I got to go look.
Resident Evil 2 remake Capcom was one of my early videos. It was like my first, second, or third video. Honestly, when I was PlayStation News Now, I swear to you,
I wouldn't back to PlayStation News
I
Now.
wouldn't put myself out there under the guillotine to shame myself by saying this now. I'd just shut up if it weren't true. I wouldn't say a word. I'm smarter than that.
Yeah. So, damn, you said it back at PlayStation News Now. So that's going back. That's going really, really
back.
That
was my first video. That was my third video. Bro, I've always been upfront on this shit.
Yeah.
Now, I know shit that I could hold back, but I don't because I can't. It doesn't feel natural to keep some things to myself. Some things I have to because I'll get people in trouble. But the things I can say, I say immediately because it's like a bubble, a balloon with too much air going into it. If I don't speak, it's gonna pop. And I feel like I want to share the joy. Do you know what I'm saying? If it makes me happy, I want other people to be made happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you.
All right. You heard.
Yeah, but man. You know what? Capcom, hey man, they've been on fire these last couple of years. They have been on fire.
Yeah,
for real.
Yeah, they were reported to go bankrupt last time before they reached the stride. I remember that. Like people were offering to buy them, and a lot of people wanted Sony to pick them up for Mega Man, stuff like that was going around. Yeah. That never happened. Then they came out, Devil May Cry. That was a massive hit. Resident Evil 2 Remake did wonders, and they showed that remakes can definitely get out there in terms of being Game of the Year contenders. That almost won Game of the Year, if I remember correctly. So, did well.
Should have, but it's my Game of the Year. But
that was your Game of the Year? Yeah.
Yeah. To me, it was
The only thing they messed up on is the Street Fighter thing, and that they corrected that. I just think that they came out with that just a little bit too fast.
Yeah.
That whole Street Fighter thing was. I don't know if that was Capcom or Sony.
I'm pretty
I
sure it
don't know
was
who.
Capcom. They were bleeding money. They didn't have the resources for it at the time, and what they did was they basically they did this thing where it's like they build upon the game over time. You get what I'm saying? When the game first launched, it had strictly multiplayer. You know what I'm saying? It was nothing else. There was no single player. The roster was incomplete. You remember that? It wasn't that whole big roster. You look at it now, it's a big roster. So the fact that we're talking about another Street Fighter, I said this before, they're going to have to re-earn that trust with the consumer pretty much when it comes to their game. Because Tekken pretty much stole the scene this year alone with Evo and whatnot, so they got a lot of work to do. They want to rebuild themselves in that regard.
Do you know what I tweeted a few months ago as well? I tweeted that Assassin's Creed for PS5 and Xbox Scarlet exclusives are in development, but before that, we're gonna get a cross gen that's gonna take advantage of next gen and the current gen. Yeah, and I tweeted that out like 2 months ago, and just last week or 2 weeks ago, it was news for the rest of the media, and I'm like,
that was for Renegade. Is that what it's called? Assassin's Creed Renegade.
I didn't even know the name when I tweeted it. I didn't even have that much. I was just told the basics that there's gonna be a cross-gen one. But I was told by people who know, and like the media has only just caught up like weeks ago, and I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, man, I wonder if it's beneficial. No, you know what? Sometimes I think, is it beneficial for me to be too early? Maybe I shouldn't be too early because I'm so far ahead of this shit that I'm never gonna get credit. No, you know what? I don't want to sound like, 6ix9ine right now.
I mean, you remember my video? If you can use me example, you remember my video that we talked about a while back for God of War? Remember that one? And
no, but I'm being told this by legit sources.
Yeah, I know.
This isn't something I'm reading in Reddit or Reset Era. I'm not reading this in forums. I'm being told this. Yeah. Like mouth to ears. I'm being told by the person or people who would know, and it's 100% legit. Yeah, because I don't put anything out there and put my name on it specifically, meaning I'm not sourcing it. It's coming from me. I won't put it out there if I don't trust it, because I value my integrity. Integrity is important on YouTube because one fuck up and you're finished, motherfucker.
Oh yeah, you'll have people saying, "Well, you said this 3 or 4 or 5 years ago."
Oh, they'll slit your throat. They'll slit your throat and drink. They'll slit your throat, put a glass to it, and then drink your blood. Bye YouTube channel.
Yeah, but I know the feeling. It was kind of cool to see your report today, Foxy, about how PS5 may be looking at anywhere from 12 to 13 T-flops. And, over 9 months ago, I was told by my source, everybody knows who my source is, Lou Wafa, and I broke the news and, hey, look, this thing is running more efficient, it's giving the performance of a Vega 64, which when you look at it, is 13.4 T-flop. So, but that doesn't mean it's going to be 13 T-flops.
I was told there's 60 plus compute units.
Well, yeah,
in the Xbox Series X, but like 4 of them have been disabled.
Oh, I don't know what that means.
No, that means for yield.
Is it going to come with a handicap?
It's for you. It's yields. It's yields. When you're.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm just kidding. Yeah, but no, I just think it's
and efficiency as well. They turn some of them off for efficiency.
Yeah, I just think it's really cool that I'm like, man, look, here's what I was told. They had 3 games running. One was from another studio, a third-party studio, and this thing was kicking out the same performance as a Vega 64, but it wasn't getting as hot. So, which is exactly what Navi's doing. It's giving great performance, because I showed the performance thing of a Navi-based GPU on my podcast early this morning. If you were up for tea and crumpets over there in Jolly O, England, talk about the people for me, they were listening. yeah, I compare, you know, to the 5700 XT. It's like, well,
Wait. You said that real quick, you slick motherfucker. What did you say about, wait. What did you say about jolly British people? How dare you? Jolly. Nobody says the word jolly in this country unless there's some overly privileged prick.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I'm talking to. I think that's who's listening to me. I hope. Hashtag
We don't talk like that. We don't talk like that. That's all. That's pretentious. That's
well,
pretentious
that's the way they
rhetoric.
be. That's the way they
That's
talk.
like Winston Churchill era. That's like World War II.
Well, I mean, that's the way they
Jolly,
were talking.
we're having a jolly good time.
That's the way they were talking during Wonder Woman.
Damn, Christopher set you up. I was waiting for you to catch that.
and you know, another thing, people got this misconception about British people that their teeth are rotten. Like we don't have any dentists or toothpaste on site.
Well, everybody knows that's not true.
Yeah, but every time someone wants to disrespect me for where I'm from, because they don't know me, so all they can say is, "Oh, you limey bastard," or "You British this, whatever." Right? They say, "Oh, why don't you get your teeth fixed?"
Oh, blame the Beatles for that. Yeah, blame the Beatles.
Drink so much tea. Like I hate tea.
Well, I mean,
I hate tea.
Well, as I said, the people were up for tea and crumpets, but yeah, at the end of the day, my point is that the Navi architecture is performing better than the Vega architecture, and it's giving the performance.
Listen, even I am performing better than the Vega. You
I understand that. I know. Carlos's PC. I think he said Vega kind of did some things his PC didn't want it to, but no. At the end of the day, it's just good to see what was said months ago, and you're kind of getting vindicated because people are like, "Oh, there's no way they're going to do that. They're not going to be doing that." And I had somebody who everybody loves to kind of kid with today, literally saying to me that,
"Oh my gosh,
don't know the differences in the performances." I'm like, "Well, this is coming from the guy who said this thing was going to have Arcturus architecture." It's like, get the F out of here.
I said, "T is life."
You know what? Sorry, Craig. I'm such a dumb motherfucker, man.
I know you were talking to the mom.
I replied to the Nightbot.
You are.
Nightbot. The heck's a Nightbot?
He told me to the
Nightbot.
He told me the bot that was putting everybody's info out.
And this is why I'm afraid of AI. I'm getting catfished.
You actually thought that was a real person?
Catfished on a gaming podcast.
What's a Nightbot? I want a Nightbot.
You thought that was a legit person, the Nightbot. Oh my god.
No, because I thought, you know what I thought? That's my tagline, innit?
Oh my god. I saw the
Nightbot put hit the like button, subscribe. No, not that one. Hit the bell icon and select for audio notifications so you never miss content. I always say that at the end of my videos. So I thought somebody in there was like shouting me out. So I put at Nightbot LOL and it's a fucking AI. I'm also responding to Alexa or fucking.
Well, wait a minute. How do you get an AI into the thing, Big Player?
I'll walk you through it. It's simple.
Yeah, I want a Nightbot. I don't even know what that is.
What the fuck do I feel?
Oh, I see it now. It's a white thing with black eyes.
I feel stupid right now. I feel stupid. You know what? I didn't even check it properly. I kind of saw the name and I just hey.
Oh, Buck Rogers said it's Nightbot. It's not a Nightbot. It's a night thought. Okay, so all right.
If it can happen to me, it can happen to anybody. Just don't go to Thailand.
I have the official.
Don't go to Thailand.
Yeah.
And walk around with your eyes closed.
Ladies and gentlemen, meet the Nightbot, the best bot of the RGT podcast. There you go.
Yeah, what is that thing? I want that thing.
meet the Nightbot.
No, I don't want it now. I could have given that bitch my credit card number.
Oh my god, this man.
So somebody said it's the robotic white zaddy. Like, oh, okay.
Man, that really fucking fooled me.
Well, I don't know what that is. I've seen it everywhere. I'm thinking, well, how come everybody has
No, seriously, I feel like my IQ just dropped by 30.
Oh, okay.
Well, let me bring you back to gaming before we get to this with everybody else's opinion.
But
Dino Crisis. What you think?
Well, if it's performing at close to or right at that's what I was told. That this doesn't mean it's going to be the final cut. I don't want to hear people say, well, you said it's going to be 13 T5. No. It's outperforming the Vega in some games, not all of them. And I got something called a receipt that I showed on the PC benchmark thing, how the Navi architecture was outperforming the Vega architecture by 7%, 9%, sometimes up to 13%, I think in some cases. So, but you can check the video I did this morning. Go ahead, Big Cloud. I'm sorry about Dino Crisis.
All right. So, what y'all thought about the Dino Crash thing, no? Nobody care?
I know nothing about it. What about it?
No, them renewing the trademark, possibly.
Oh man!
No, you said that.
We were just having a great conversation about
He's
PS5.
done. He's done. He just got finished. I'll just add
No, man, I want to continue this comment. I think people want to hear more about PS5 than Dino Crisis.
Well, no, I want to hear about games. I'd
Oh,
rather talk about games and hardware, but it's cool. Whoever the
Yeah, I want to
conversation
talk about
goes.
games too, but what can you say about Dino Crisis? It's just a trademark at the moment.
Remakes
Well, yeah.
definitely happen. Don't play with my heart. It's going to be remade.
Let me just add
I
something
hope it
to
comes out.
Let me add something to what Craig said about PS5.
Yeah,
Now, here's what I was told. I was told a lot of shit this morning.
Oh, shit.
Uh-oh.
And by shit, I mean legit stuff. Okay?
Too legit to quit.
Apparently,
Too legit to quit.
Sony are in the process of updating their current PS5 dev kits that are out there.
Uh-oh.
The current dev kits are allegedly pushing around 11.6 T-flops. You've heard me say that number many times.
Correct.
11.6, 11.7, whatever. Flip your coin and you pick whatever side comes up. Okay? So, but apparently, here's the good stuff, though. And here's something I didn't know, which I'm going to caveat after. The final PS5 retail units could be higher than, the dev kits because they've updated them. These ones could allow devs to push up to 13 T-flops or slightly lower, meaning minus 13, around 12 something. That's the final retail unit target. Now, remember the PS3 and Xbox 360's overheating issue, but let me caveat here. I tweeted that out today. I should have been making a video, but fuck it, it's Christmas. And it's not all about views and monetization for me. So some things I just tweet and I don't do a video on. But really, I could get shitloads of fucking views for this stuff, believe me. But apparently, someone responded to my tweet with an insider on Reddit was claiming it'll be revealed to be around 13 T-flops at the reveal. Okay? But then they changed it to not Reddit, but Reset Era. But I didn't know that. I asked them to link me that particular thread so I can read it because I didn't know about that when I tweeted. Okay, but I replied that obviously Reset Era, Reddit, whatever, and, not the most reliable combination for insider sources, whatever. Though, if someone either guessed that figure and they guessed correctly or they have real PS5 info, either way, I can right now, I've already confirmed it on Twitter, but right now I can confirm, the current dev kits can push up to 13 T-flops. That doesn't guarantee, though, that the retail units are going to be 13 T-flops because there's that overheating issue, which is why I remember the Xbox 360 and PS3's overheating issues when the thermal paste would literally just heat away and the chip would disassemble itself from the board. Remember that?
Yeah,
Red Ringer there?
It was poorly applied thermal paste.
Now, but it wasn't just poorly applied. It was poorly cooled, particularly the 360, because it just got so hot. I don't think any thermal paste would have saved it. Otherwise, there wouldn't have been a 50% recall. They would have just been able to re-thermal paste it and send you the old unit back. But they had to give you new ones, which meant it was more than thermal pasting issues. Do you understand what I'm saying? But anyway, Sony are deciding, their engineers rather, are deciding whether to go to the upper limit of, 13 T-flops or to settle around 11 or 12 based on the heating situation. And I already tweeted ages ago that Sony are considering including 2 fans. 2 fans.
Will they be LED?
You gonna say what they be?
I don't know about Sony doing LED, but Microsoft certainly is.
Yeah,
I like
the
that.
Xbox, the Xbox SX is going to have LED at the top of it. It's going to glow green in the night. When you turn it off, it's going to look like the Empire State Building.
Oh, cool. Now, I mean,
I'm
it would
serious.
change color. I mean, now let me ask you, Fox, are you standing by that, or is this a take it with a grain of salt moment?
No, this is not take it with a grain of salt territory. This is not rumor.
Okay. No, that's
This is
fine.
this is
That's
coming
great.
from inside Sony.
Okay, great. No. That's fine. Yeah,
No,
let
I
me
want
tell
to
you,
make
tell
it
people this.
clear. This is not some fucking, random speculation on some social media site where anyone can get fucking verified.
Mhm.
This is coming from someone working on PS5.
Yeah.
Like all the information that I've given you, that came from me, that I haven't sourced from an article. Okay, because there is a distinction there.
Yeah.
Anything that comes from me, I will put my fucking name on it. I will shut my channel down. That's how serious I am. I will literally say goodbye to YouTube because I ain't hurting for money. I don't do YouTube for money. Let me tell you that. Because if I was, I'd be a dead motherfucker now.
I do. I mean, let me say this real quick.
He said, I do.
If PlayStation 5 is not backwards compat with the PS3, I will leave that ecosystem because I can't play Mass Effect right now on my PC. Something has happened to the gamepad.
Listen, give it a couple of months and your questions will be answered, my friend.
Oh no, that's fine because I'm getting over here. I'm mad as hell. I'm like a Jerry curl mad at an afro right now. I can't play. I don't know what happened. So just something happened. I can't finish what I'm at. I was about to start my romance with that blue girl. So I mean, I'm pissed. I mean, like
God.
I said,
Yeah, but whatever
happens,
happens,
that ecosystem give me an Xbox.
but in all seriousness, whatever happens, whatever T-flops PS5 pushes out, just know that the actual system itself is capable of 13 T-flops or more. If it doesn't do 13 T-flops or more when it hits retail, it's not because the system hardware isn't capable. It's because they've clocked it down. It's because Sony have purposely clocked it down for cooling reasons, for the system overheating reasons. Yeah, but trust me, what they have now is good for 13 T-flops.
I've been hearing so many things too. You know, the SSD comment. Now, you remember we heard that obviously the Series X is going to have the exact same thing, but I keep hearing different sources, different things saying that PS5 is like really, really fast, like it's almost ahead.
Well, how much faster is an SSD
what
versus
they're doing? Well, remember, this is a specialized one they got going on here for their. I'm guessing is an M2 drive, but something is something else they're doing here. I'm not sure what's happening.
Well, I mean, but how much faster is it than just a regular hard drive? I mean, is it that much faster? Will it be that significant of a jump? I mean, I'm just asking.
Yeah.
So I'm not trying to be a smart ass. I'm looking for some information here. So like, if I were to go and put an SSD in my PC that already loads games under 3 seconds because it's so powerful. Like I said, I got the world's most powerful PC here. So what will I be at 1 second? Will I be less than that? Or I'm talking about PC wise.
Yeah.
Is it that big of a difference?
Well,
no,
the M2 drives.
I don't believe you about having the world's powerful PC. I'm
Hey,
sorry. Everybody knows.
$12,001.
Listen, everybody knows. Everybody knows. Next Gen 720 has the most powerful game.
Well, he made $12,000 for his. I got $12,001. So I'm $1 more.
No, and I suppose your house burnt down as well. Yeah, right. Tell me enough.
No, that did not happen to me. But I spent $12,001 on my PC.
Oh shit!
Let me ask you guys a question. When y'all talking about these 12 and 13 teraflops, I'm not too good with computer parts and anything like that. Would it be too much for them to add? Oh, stop!
I'm just kidding with you.
I know. Hey, what's wrong with them putting in some liquid cooling? Would that hike the price a lot if they add liquid?
Yeah, liquid cooling's a lot, man. That's a lot of maintenance. That's a lot.
Exactly that. That adds an extra $200 to the whole system.
And here's the thing too: that $200 that's added, you're going to be adding on to it even more because you're going to have to change the liquid. If it was liquid cooling.
Yeah. Well, no. It could be water cooled.
Well, it could be an AIO, but yeah.
But the Dreamcast was water cooled, and people still use theirs, and they haven't changed anything.
Well, let's ask Nightbot what to do.
No, I'll leave a Nightbot alone, sir.
I might take Nightbot out on a date.
Nightbot has one job.
Yeah, I want to take it out.
The Nightbot has one job and has done it fairly great. Shout out to the Nightbot.
What does it do?
It tweets. Any comments?
I'll make that Nightbox AI scream once I get my hands
Oh
on it.
God.
I will
I thought it was
inflate
a
that.
person.
Oh yeah, baby. I'm your worst
Let me get
nightmare.
into-
A fucking
Oh,
virus.
damn, he worse than me. God
Oh
damn.
God. All right, so let's get into a funny comment. This is really funny. All right, so y'all know Daniel Ahmad, right? Who's been dropping a next gen, like basically he's the guy who's been posting a lot of leaks and pretty much specifications for the next gen systems. This guy always goes viral with his tweets, basically. One day he made a joke. He put out a tweet for a PlayStation 5, okay? Now he put it a side by side towards the Xbox Series X after the Series X was revealed, and basically it's a refrigerator. He put a logo on a black refrigerator and put the and put the controller, the PS4's controller in front of it and said that this is what PS5 could potentially look like. Obviously, it's a joke, but here's the sad part. A legit credible insider took that tweet and stated that the PS5 looks like a refrigerator and thought it was real. And that is the International Business Times. They thought it was real. It got so bad that Daniel had to make a tweet saying that it was a joke. It's not real.
Oh my God.
And this became one of the funniest cover-ups I've ever seen. But they literally upgraded the article from PS5 looks like a refrigerator to hilarious. What was it? Hold on. Yeah, hilarious. No, that's not it. That's not it. I'm tripping. The leak that wasn't PS5 does not resemble Xbox Series X. That's what they updated it to. But at first it says leaked PS5 reveal shows a refrigerator design. And I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you guys? That's not it. But
that's funny.
It's payback. It's payback though, isn't it? Because look at all those memes that box gamers had to suffer for the last week.
Here's the thing, though. They got some of the best memes. They got one with Phil Spencer looking like Arnold Schwarzenegger with the damn X on his shoulder like a bazooka. And it was funny as a funny meme.
I've seen that one.
It's hilarious.
Got the green in there.
Yeah, it's hilarious. It looks so funny.
What's wrong with that form?
It's so funny.
I mean,
I like it. You know what? If you turn it to an angle standing up, it looks like, you get the groove of it. Like instead of having it facing with the disc, if you turn it to the side, it gives it that triangle look.
Well, I'm getting one. If I can't play Mass Effect on my PC, there's no reason for me to get a PS. And it's not backwards compatible to PS3. I can't play this game. It's my favorite game of all time.
I might just get one for the channel. Not for it is obviously it's for me because I'm paying for it. But just for the fact that I've got a channel, and if I'm gonna talk about it. Like,
I'll give it a spin, right? Yeah, give it a try.
Well, it's not credible, is it? How can I How can I say anything about the Xbox Series X if I don't own the system?
Well, I might own the system, but they don't come out. Mark Cerny don't come out there and say, "Hey, everything on PS3 is back to that." So I can play.
I'm gonna put mine high up though. Mine's going on like a shelf where books go, and I'm gonna have it light up the ceiling.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be cool.
He made he said it's a nice lamp. That's what Jack said. That's funny.
Well,
shout out to Dawn. See you later, Dawn. Happy holidays.
Bye, Dawn.
Bye, Dawn.
That's Ice Queen, right?
Yes, it's Ice Queen. She in everybody's
See you later, Ice Queen.
She in everybody's chat.
She cool. She good people.
Yeah, shout out to her. Shout out to Meds in the chat too. But yeah, that's what they had to say about.
Can I just say real quick? Good. I'm not allowed to talk about this. I'm on an embargo.
Oh, good.
Under embargo until January. I can't remember the date.
Oh, damn.
But I've just taken delivery of the most amazing fucking 4K HDR TV I've ever had the pleasure with. Ben Q sent it to me. This fucker can turn anything into HDR. You can plug a Nintendo Switch in there.
Oh, that new BenQ monitor?
PS3, an Xbox One, the original Xbox, anything, and it's HDR. I swear to you, I was playing Mafia. Mafia 2, the 360 back compat.
Oh, yeah.
I tested it, right? All the lights at night. Fucking oh man, it's like real. It's not real HDR. It's emulated, but it's so spot on. It turns all of these old games and systems that can't do HDR. It makes them feel like they're today's technology. And the TV is so heavy, like it's only 32 inches, but it's fucking. You could do weightlifting with it.
Yeah,
it's metal. The whole thing is made out of metal.
Yeah.
I swear down, it's the most beautiful TV I don't even want to. I've got an Asus, an Asus 4K HDR that I bought specifically for my Navi powered AMD PC, Zen powered PC. Right, I bought it specifically for that. Yeah, I paid like 300 for it. That's UK, so you can say it's like 350, 360 US or something like that. And I don't even want to turn it on anymore. The Asus. Nothing looks good apart from this fucking BenQ. I swear down, and it's even got a built-in subwoofer. Can you believe it? It's a monitor. It's not even a TV, and it has a built-in subwoofer with 2 tweeters.
Nice.
I've
So
never seen anything like it.
Yeah, that's nice. Saw one similar to it. They're selling it for like $240 right now, something like around
It's
that.
$800. I looked. It's not even released in Europe yet. In America,
Yeah,
it's $800 right now. You can get it for $799. Yeah,
yeah.
32-inch. Right. It's the EW 32 something or the other. Right.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful. I played The Witcher 3.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I never played The Witcher 3 in 4K with HDR before, because by the time it got patched, I put 600 hours into it already.
Wow.
Do you know what I mean? So, but I gave it a spin.
Yeah.
I gave it a spin because, you know, I got this HDR TV and I want to test as many across as many devices, even my phone. Even my phone photos, images that when I hook it up to the TV show HDR. Like the sky and the grass are so vibrant. They just pop. It's like 3D colors. It's like you're looking at 3D colors. Imagine you watch a normal standard SDR TV, right? You watch a normal one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all right. No matter how good it is, the colors are just always going to be basic. When you watch HDR colors, it's like the reds, the blues, the purples, anything that has a neon glowy brightness to it just looks like 3D.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's separating itself from the image in a IMAX kind of cinematic kind of way. It's amazing. I mean, I can't say too much about the panel because I have to review it. They're letting me keep it.
Oh, that's cool. Okay. That's what's up.
Listen, dude, they just emailed me out of the blue. You know, BenQ Europe. Yeah. I don't approach anyone. Like, I just do what I do. I check my emails. What's there is there. You know, I took delivery of it, and let me tell you something. Now I've seen this TV. If I'd gone to a friend's house and it was there, and I saw it was doing right, I'd literally buy this TV. Like, they wouldn't have to send me a free one. I'd have never have known about it if it weren't for them. Yeah. And this HDR thing is called HDRI. So it does normal HDR, but it's HDRI, where it's interactive HDR, where it turns any device, plug anything into it with HDMI, and it has a HDR image.
Oh, wow.
Incredible. Incredible.
Okay. How's the millisecond? Is it 1 millisecond? 5?
No, it's 5. Here's the thing, though.
Yeah.
No, here's the joke. You know my Asus? That's 1 millisecond response time.
Yeah, that's what I play on. I play on 1 millisecond monitors.
Okay, well, here's the joke.
1080p.
Here's the joke. The BenQ one is 5. And I see more fucking ghosting on the 1 millisecond one than I see on the BenQ one.
Oh, wow.
And I'm not saying that because it's BenQ. Fuck BenQ. I didn't ask them to contact me. I don't mean fuck BenQ. I love you guys, really. But you know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'm street. Yeah. Like, I'm street. I'm going to keep it real. Like, I'm telling you the truth. If the TV's lousy, it don't matter if I got it free. I'm going to tell you it's lousy. They may never send me anything again, but I'd rather keep it real. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
On this occasion, I can honestly say that this TV's the bollocks. Every day I've had it for like a week, and every day it shocks me. With every new game or even standard TV shows, because it's HDMI, you can plug in a cable box into it, right? And it turns all your cable shit into fucking HDR. You can watch Game of Thrones and it looks proper HDR.
Damn, that clean. Okay.
About how heavy would you think it is? How heavy do you think
it's $800 TV?
What, the TV?
Yeah, it's got a decent amount of weight to it.
It's weighty. It's like at least.
It's got some weight to it. Yeah.
It's very. I'm not good with the whole weight thing. let's just say
No.
it's like the equivalent of picking up at the average 5-year-old.
Yeah, it's got some weight to it because it's a lot going on to it. Plus, that's one. Well, you know, like a lot of people like to mount their monitors.
I'd say it's about. Oh no, I'm not good with it, man.
Yeah,
I'm about 160 pounds.
Okay.
So I'd say it's about 90 pounds, 80 pounds, 90 pounds.
Okay. Shit, looking at
it's really heavy.
Yeah.
Honestly, I took it out of the box and I was fearful
that you would break
that I was gonna drop it, like because it was heavy, and you know when you pull a TV out, it's that plastic over the front of the screen.
Yeah, you always slip. Yeah.
So it's already slippery. So like I'm like, oh shit, I don't want to break this before I even get a chance to test it.
Yeah, that's why I asked. That's why I asked how heavy it was.
Yeah.
No, it's a beautiful set though, man. In fact,
that's cool.
I got 5 TVs in my house.
Mm-hmm.
Right, I live on my own.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't got 5 heads. Do you understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Unless, well, we don't want to count
one at a time.
But exactly. But I only paid for one of these TVs out of the 5.
Oh wow.
They just keep sending me shit, man. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying I might be a small channel, but somebody's noticing me.
So I can see Foxy turn into what's that guy's name? Lamar Wilson in the future.
No. I will only work with a company if it's relative to gaming. Do you understand?
Yeah,
You can't send me a fitness kit. Or you can't send me, you know what I'm saying? You can't send me like fucking, you know, I don't know, a treadmill.
They send him a sleeper.
Send me one of those.
Was it a onesie? You got a onesie sleeper or some shit? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You can't send me those shits. It's got to be relative to gaming. And I'm going to base the review around PS4 Pro, Xbox One X, and the next gen consoles because it's relative.
Oh, shit. Man had a onesie. That shit was funny. So, all right, get back on topic. So to the whole fridge thing, God, that was it. I think everybody comment on that. Everybody's comment on that, which I thought about him mistaking it for a fridge, the console. Is it hilarious?
Oh, it's the fact that people are it just goes to show you that people are just so desperate for information at this point that they'll believe anything. So,
okay.
I don't know what else to say to people.
It's been a long.
What's up?
Generation. No,
yeah,
it's been a long generation.
No, but it has not been. It's been what, 4 or 5 years?
What was that last topic? What's going on?
4 or 5 years.
Oh, look who joined the fray. What's up, man?
You talking about since 2013?
Yeah,
that's
2013.
A long generation.
Yeah.
You want to give me a proper introduction there, Ryan?
I was trying to. What's up, my brother? Mr. Meds is in the building, people. What's up? Good to see you.
Hey, what's up, everybody? First of all, I want to say hello to my brother, Big Cloud Gaming, aka Ryan, and also, of course, my brothers, the Messiah of Xbox and the PlayStation brethren, Foxy Games UK. Yo, I'm so happy to be here and talk games with you guys. How are you guys doing?
It's been a while, dude, man. It's been a while
till we saw him. One of our founding members, Mr. Meds. Good to see my brother back here.
You've been away a long time, man. I hope you haven't really been on the have you?
No, everything's been fantastic. I'm just happy to be here talking with you guys.
All right.
Ryan,
don't be like me.
What's that, Foxy?
On the meds.
Oh no! Listen. I live my life on the meds.
No, but my meds is voluntary. I meet a man on the corner.
Should I weigh in on something there?
Same place.
Oh, God.
He hands me a little packet, and I smile and walk away.
Do I need to weigh in on something before we move on?
Oh yeah, I got you. So all right, so man, you want me to go a quick recap? Let me go quick. I got you real quick. Let me go,
just a literal 2-minute recap.
Yeah, I got you. All right, Dino Crash's remake, Capcom.
Let's skip.
No, didn't care.
Skip.
Sony might be testing the waters for the DualShock 5 with the new paddle attachment. That's coming up for DualShock 4.
Skip.
You can't go over the same shit, man.
I'm going for him.
Hey, Foxy, I'm gonna skip almost all of it. So don't worry.
Meds don't care about that.
He's skipping.
Go straight to PS5, motherfucker.
He always tries me every time with the show. I swear to God. I'm gonna go back to the last one we left. What's the name of their fucking guy?
What was the last one? Because the last
International,
one was
the International Business Times. Okay, so there was a YouTuber by the name of Daniel Ahmad. You know who that is, right? Daniel Ahmad put out a tweet after the Xbox Series X was shown. He put a refrigerator in the tweets. And he basically said that that's the PS5. He put a PS5. He put like a logo on it, like a little PlayStation logo on it, and he put the controller in front of it. And he said that this is the PS5 potential design versus the design of the Xbox Series X. Now the sad part is a very credible news source, the International Business Times, saw that and immediately put that on their site saying, "Hey guys, huge leak. PS5 resembles a refrigerator." Daniel Ahmad had to then come out and clarify that it was a joke, and then they changed the title of it from "The Leak That Wasn't PS5 Does Not Resemble Xbox Series."
Well, I doubt it. The only mini fridge out here is the Xbox Series X. We already know that.
It's more like an HP moment.
Let me blend in seamlessly with the show, Ryan. Let's keep it going from the moment that I joined in.
Okay. We're moving on.
Just so we can keep a continuous flow going.
Yeah, I got you.
I love meds, man.
He doesn't like meds.
I love you too, Foxy.
There was a tweet from Randy Pitchford, if I remember correctly. He was basically calling out. Well, he kind of called out the Xbox Series X after Phil Spencer showed it off. The Hellblade showcase, saying that he didn't think it was real, if I was thinking. His tweet was this right here. He said, and I quote, is Moore's law slowing down? How many transistors in the Series X? What if Moore's law is like the 4-minute mile? Your ambitious message for Xbox X was inspiring, but for Series X, well, this feels more like an excuse. Is what his comment towards Phil Spencer.
That trailer was not fake. People, I don't know why they're saying it's
well,
fake.
Digital Foundry also talked about it too.
What do they even mean by fake? What do they even mean?
They're saying it's CGI.
They're saying CGI. Yeah, it's not.
Is it CGI? Okay.
Yeah, okay, it's not running in engine type of thing, and that was the thing they said in engine. And that's
Hellblade 2 was definitely running in engine.
Yeah.
Will the game look just like that? We definitely don't know.
Yes.
And most likely, honestly, it won't, because
it will.
I mean, listen, I'm hopeful that it will, but when they say in engine, that doesn't necessarily mean that that's the game being rendered in terms of like the actual game. It's being rendered in the engine that the game is being run.
It's not open world. It's sandbox linear. Right? So they can cram as much of that 13 gigabyte of RAM as they want.
Well, they talked about the world being bigger. It might not be.
I'm with you, Fox.
And I trust Ninja Theory. They've been PS3 stalwarts for the longest.
Yeah.
And they never disappointed. Whenever they showed a trailer, when you got the game on launch day, it was the exact visual prowess. You never got disappointed. When they showed the first Hellblade, in PS4 on stage, people thought that was pre-rendered, and when it launched, it even looks good on the Switch.
I mean, listen, Fox. When they tell us that a game is rendered in engine, we should believe them, right? Because most, like 9 out of 10 times, it's a fact, right?
Well, it's not even that. If you don't have evidence to suggest otherwise, then how can you not believe them?
No, I'm with you on that. Fox. I'm with you on that.
And another thing. Here's another thing, right? I will agree. I will concur with the notion that it was not running on Xbox Series X. That is absolutely correct.
Oh yeah, I give you that.
It was running on a very powerful PC.
With the specs,
PC that is targeting.
Yes, yeah.
A PC that is targeting.
I think that's
performance metrics akin to their final retail unit.
Yeah, we get that every time. Does anybody remember Watch Dogs? At the start of this year?
I'm with you there.
Watch Dogs is different. Watch Dogs is different. They didn't even have dev kits when they.
Yeah, Watch Dogs was run on PCs that are way behind.
They didn't even have a dev kit when they put that trailer up.
Yeah.
Well, Anthem. Just look at Anthem. I mean,
that's
people swore up and down that was the Xbox X or Scorpio, and look at this. It turned out not to be true. And
even if it were true, those load times told the truth.
Yes.
Yeah, but
when we
aren't
played
you
that
tired?
demo.
Mhm.
But Meds, let me ask
Mhm,
you, aren't you
mhm.
tired of when Uncharted 4, when The Last of Us Part 2, when Ghost of Tsushima, when Death Stranding, when
Mhm.
Spider-Man all had their very first debut trailers? What did most of, all right, non-PlayStation gamers, but what did a lot of the PC community, Xbox community, even Nintendo community say? That is not going to look like that on the PS4 when it launches.
That
What
is,
happened?
yeah.
They all look like the game that was shown to you.
Oh,
Yeah,
Only
no,
thing that was
yeah.
changed was a
Yeah.
few light in here, a few light.
yeah, I
some
lost
puddles.
internet there for about a minute. Say again, Foxy. I apologize.
That's all right. I'm just saying a lot of Sony titles.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Horizon Zero Dawn, a lot of them. Uncharted 4, name a dozen.
Mm-hmm.
Even Until Dawn and the Order 886 were accused of being CGI on their debut. Right, even Drive Club was said to not
Yeah, that
look
was,
like that.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So many people say so much crappy bullshit things because they don't.
I mean,
know
listen,
no better.
Foxy, when a PlayStation game is shown and they tell you that it's not necessarily in-game footage, what's the first thing that the other side says? That's fake. That's this. That's
Yes,
that.
that's
whatever.
like a target, yeah.
And but the same thing will apply when the Xbox side shows you a game and they tell you, yo, this is in-engine. The PlayStation guys will tell you like, no, this is not. This is not that. Blah blah blah. Whatever. Like
That's why
PlayStation
incumbent on
showed
us.
that even if the game looks a little bit like, because for example, like in my opinion, Ghost of Sushi looks a little bit downgraded, and don't come at me saying that I'm saying like it's a Puddlegate thing. Like, listen, it looks a little bit not as good as it did when it was first shown to me. Like, I'm not trying to say that it looks like shit. All I'm saying is that it doesn't look as good as it once did.
You're saying
right?
artistic change.
I just think it looks different.
And same thing with Hellblade. Like, for example, Hellblade looked incredible. Like, do I expect Hellblade to look just like that when it comes out? I really don't. Obviously, I don't, because they always downgrade this thing just a little bit,
Yeah.
However, like, do I believe that Hellblade will at least reach similar heights to what they showed me? Fuck yeah. Just like
I just feel like
Ghost of Sushi looks amazing. It'll probably look just as amazing. I say sushi because it's just too many syllables, bro.
I just feel like we should have the same energy though, because
Yeah.
God of War was shown, Spider-Man was shown.
Of
The only
course,
things that changed was artistic changes, like lighting.
Yeah.
And sometimes they don't change the lighting because they want to. Sometimes they do it because they test it on various different panels.
Yeah.
And it shows differently on different panels because not all panels are created equally. So they have to find an equilibrium.
I mean, we go back to
color and brightness and saturation. That is default for everybody, yeah. But here's the thing. I'll finish with this. Sometimes you don't look at sometimes you can't look at the platform holder making the bold claim. Sometimes you have to look at the pedigree of the studio and its track record.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, Ninja Theory have track record. Anything attached to their name overrides anything Microsoft want to say.
Yeah. I was about to just add on to it, that thing from Uncharted 4. Y'all remember that first trailer we saw Uncharted 4 when he was like, he woke up from like the river and he loaded the gun, he walked off, and then after we saw that trailer, we saw that first gameplay where he was like near the waterfall, you know what I'm talking about, and they moved the camera around. Some people said downgrade right there based off of, you know what I'm saying, just the lighting in general off of that, and that's something that's not going to change.
But who made them graphic artists? Did they go to fucking school and pass in fucking computer sciences? A lot of these people talk out of their ass.
You're gonna get that
all
regardless.
These big claims based on their flawed eyes.
Yeah.
You know what I think? I think the problem is 9 times out of 10, every time a new game come out, a new IP or a existing IP, a sequel to an IP, I think a lot of gamers have to remember 9 times out of 10, man, when they show that game, it's going to be on a PC. It's going to be on a powerful PC, and it's going to look different from the game. 9 times out of 10, they are showing that game on a PC, and they want that game they want to wow us. That's the first thing we look at with games. A lot of people don't like to admit it, but a lot of gamers, we're graphic whores. We We love graphics. That's the first thing we see about a game. That's the first thing we notice about the game.
Yeah.
So they put a little pop to it. They make it pop. They make you want to say,
They
damn.
make it extra pretty and add extra stuff. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, they
listen,
make
Big
it
Money,
real pretty.
I'm a PC gamer, not because like, you know, I'm like all hyper into computers and shit, bro. Like, I like my games looking the best possible way that they can look. And where does that happen? On the PC, my brother.
Yep, that's true.
You know what? It's funny though. I can
that's
only
true.
really recall 2 games that were drastically downgraded from what we were first shown, and those 2 games are Watch Dogs
Watch Dogs for sure.
Yeah, Watch
and
Dogs,
The
definitely.
Witcher 3. The Witcher 3
Oh, I know.
debut trailer does look nothing like what we got. It still looks good. Don't get me wrong, but they had to make a lot of concessions because
I'll
the
tell you what, you know
graphics.
what as well? LA Noire also does not look the way
It doesn't look
when
like
it
the
was first
PS,
done.
like the PS3 counterbar looks a little better than the PS4 one. The little.
Wait a minute,
That's the only
Foxy.
two I can
What
say
about
that are
Killzone 2?
totally different.
Remember Killzone 2, y'all? Remember that whole fiasco with Killzone 2?
You're 100% correct on that one for sure.
Yeah, Killzone 2. That was
Because
the
even
even
the lighting,
the
lighting
Yeah,
of
and
when a
Motor-
gun
and
shoots
Motorstorm.
against the wall, it looks completely downgraded.
And
on the regular
Motorstorm,
PS3.
those were pre-rendered CGI. That's
Yeah.
what you
But the
want.
thing is that the fact is that most games are shown on high-powered PCs before they're actually rendered on consoles for them to release.
You're
So
right.
that's why.
But in the case of Killzone 2,
Yeah,
2
so
and Motorstorm,
I got it.
that was purposely given to a Hollywood CGI firm to create quickly for Sony because they weren't ready to show you in-game footage because it was such a rough state. That was
No, but
definitely not done on a PC. That was actually done by a Hollywood artist because it looked almost like Pixar quality. It was just too fucking amazing.
Yeah.
There weren't
Hey,
any
Foxy.
jaggies. The flamethrowers, the flames looked perfect, like they came out of a Hollywood film.
Fox,
Yeah.
the fact that we can get games like Death Stranding and like Ratchet and Clank 2016 running on fucking consoles, honestly,
and it looked better than the movie.
that's a feat of engineering right there.
Yes.
I'm gonna say this. I'm not defending Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
I'm defending Ninja Theory here because I love Ninja
Because the track
Theory's
record.
games.
Yeah, track record.
Right, because they've never disappointed me. I tell you now, do not worry about Hellblade 2, Senua's Saga or whatever. Don't worry about it, because the right people are on the job.
Did you like the
This
first game?
ain't the crack. This ain't Sumo Digital making Crackdown 3.
Yeah, they're making
Okay.
part 4, by the way.
Foxy, did you play the first one?
That's
The
a
first,
rumor, Ryan. Let's not wish into existence.
I completed the first one. Believe me, if I'm passionate about a game, I would have finished it. I would shut up because I don't want to look like an idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good game.
Let me get this out the way. He's been waiting. Shout out to Rice Shooter 79. Appreciate the $2 super chat. He said Digital Foundry ran the tests. There's nothing to say.
Well, I mean, again, it's just it cracks me up that here comes White Zaddy and everybody's getting mad. I mean, the game's over a year out. It's not like they say the game is going to be coming out on this day.
Yeah, we'll
I
get
think
the.
it's time to unite, man. We need to unite, man.
Yeah.
I'm sick of this. I seen on Twitter some
Yeah, I
twat. I'm
agree.
not gonna name him, but some idiot that everybody knows. He's been around long enough, been a fool for many decades.
Uh-huh.
But this guy, yeah, he said, "Oh, we should all link up and fight the PC."
Oh my god.
Xbox, now let me finish.
Let's not get crazy now.
Let's not do this.
Xbox and PlayStation gamers should like rally together and fight the PC master race. But here's the thing. You know that's an idiot talking because the PC is not the threat. The threat is Google Stadia and non-ownership of your game.
And Foxy, as a PC guy, speaking to you as a console fella, I know you dabble in PC, but I know that you prefer the console space. Let's keep it real. We're not enemies here. We're not enemies here.
Whoever said that, I think, was just being silly. I mean,
you know what my
they were
enemy
joking around. That person was joking around, bro.
We're not enemies.
They were joking around.
We're not
enemies,
and we can absolutely coexist very peacefully,
Exactly.
as we always have. We're
like different tropical fish in an aquarium, just swimming together. But here's the thing, right? You're right. We're not enemies. I've never considered any other console base or PC the enemy, but you know what the enemy is?
Mm-hmm.
The enemy is taking control away from the consumer, and that's Google Stadia.
I agree with that. I can agree with that.
Their new commercials are so damn cringe. Oh my god, I can't do it.
Cringe.
I can't do
Are
it.
we talking about Mark Zuckerberg?
Oh, Lord.
Mike, you be quiet there, sir.
Oh god.
We cannot be talking about Mark Zuckerberg.
Damn.
Well, Christopher
man,
Hardy in the
I
chat
don't-
said that the PC is amazing. It's not amazing, sir. I can't play Mass Effect on PC because
Oh,
the
God.
stupid gamepad don't work anymore. That's
That's,
stupid.
that's a you problem there, Craig.
No, I don't know what's the problem. I don't know what it is.
That's
It was
a you
working last
problem.
week. So it's dog shit is what it is.
Mm.
We back to this, the you problems. Oh god.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
You
let me
gotta
just
fight
move-
the
You know, I wish.
understand.
Do you know PCs? Do you know what I wish they'd do with PCs? You know what I wish Microsoft would do with Windows to make it more
Mm-hmm.
friendly to gamers who are used
Yeah,
to
if I could.
consoles. They should have. You could boot up when you boot up your PC. They should have it so it boots into game mode, so it behaves like a console, and you don't get Windows.
Uh-huh.
Foxy, you know what? I think that's a fantastic idea. Just like Steam has the whole big picture thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why doesn't Microsoft has its own Windows gaming thing? You know, just like Steam big picture. That's actually a great idea. I'm
Because it puts
fully
people
on board
off.
with
Click
that.
here,
I'm on
click
board with
there,
that.
click here, click there. Go through this, go through. I'd like to just turn my PC on, and it gives me a console interface, and then I can switch back to Windows if I want to.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that, Foxy. It's actually a fantastic idea, man. Because, like, I'm a Windows guy. Like, I like to navigate my Windows and then go into my games from there. However, like, there's a lot of guys who like that console experience. You hit on the controller, and then boom, you're navigating the OS. With the controller.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
Like,
shouldn't they allow you to
a
have
lot of guys
templates?
want that. Like let's make
And
that
'cause it's
happen too.
PC.
Let's make that happen too, for sure.
Yeah, because it's PC, right? Allow us to have templates. If you like PlayStation, like you can have the PlayStation UI.
Mhm.
If you like
Yeah,
Xbox, you can
that'd
have
be
that.
cool.
Or if you like Nintendo, you can choose your UI on the PC. That's what they should have. So that
I'm with you
when
on
you
that.
boot up, as soon as you hit the power button, like it loads quickly because it doesn't have to go through the whole Windows fucking thing,
Right.
right?
Uh-huh.
It just loads up like a console would, and all your games are tiled, waiting for you, like you'd see on the PS4 fucking 5 or Xbox Series.
I know you
X,
seen
whatever.
that thing. Didn't you Medge Unbox Therapy did where it was like the Switch, the PS4, the Xbox
yeah.
One together in one big PC.
Yeah, a
Remember that
fantastic system he put
that-
together. It
yeah,
was a Switch,
that shit was
Xbox,
insane.
PlayStation, and a PC all in one. Yeah.
And the crazy thing is too, he can even plug in the Switch like into the PC, and it would play like it is like on dot. That shit
And
was
they could
insane.
tie controller compatibility to the UI you choose. If you choose the
Oh yeah, that's easy. Yeah, yeah,
right?
definitely.
You use a DualShock. If you choose the Xbox, you use an Xbox. If you choose a Nintendo, you use the Pro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like hire me, man. I'm full of ideas, man. Who do you know anybody? Do you not know anybody?
Listen, Fox, I'm definitely gonna recommend you. But I'm with you on this, man. Like honestly, like the more that we can unify, all the different platforms, like the more I'm down with that. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like
the more unified we get, the more the trolls die out. I just
a lot of
noticed that.
people weren't down with the whole crossplay thing, but listen, man, I'm in the camp of bring on the crossplay, bring on the crossplay.
Yeah, like I'm still like
I'm
it
not
doesn't really
unifying
affect
my
me.
game.
Make
Like-
it optional. Make
Yeah.
it optional. If you don't want to play with me as a PC guy, if you're a console guy, you don't want to play with me because I'm a PC guy. Okay, cool. Then check that box that makes it so that you can't play with me. But
Yeah.
honestly, I recommend you play with me, man, because I you can learn a thing or two from me, and I can learn a thing or two from you. Let's
Look,
collaborate. Let's be friends.
No, I agree with Paul G.
to be completely unselfish, I'm not a multiplayer kind of guy.
Uh-huh.
But the best thing about crossplay, and you hit the nail on the head there, Meds, the best thing about crossplay is it keeps games alive. No
Yeah.
longer do you have to worry about dwindling player bases.
Yeah,
Well, I agree with Paul G in the chat. No crossplay because they
did
can't
wonders
get
for
like
Call of
any
Duty
bad-
this year. I would say definitely did wonders for Call of Duty. So
Because there's a lot of
absolutely.
games that have very few players
Yeah,
at the moment that are good. Because when a new game hits, everyone jumps on that.
Mhm.
yeah.
And like there's certain games that people love and they just can't get to a game because it's waiting. It's like idle for ages, waiting for it to fill up, the lobby to fill. Like if they could, the crossplay thing would kind of help eliminate that because especially with games releasing later on other consoles, because it gives new life to the game, doesn't it? Because if it comes on Switch later, like it normally does, that revitalizes the older version of the game on the other platform. Because hey, there's a whole slew of players coming.
Absolutely. And I'll tell you what, Foxy. Like my very best friend in this whole wide world, he's a console gamer. And years ago, you know, I decided to make the switch to PC or whatever. And he and I have not been gaming together for a very long time. I mean, he and I used to play Destiny together every day back on the PS4.
You know, you said that like somebody would say, "Well, I've got a gay friend."
No, but this is actually my very best friend. This is my best friend.
I know this leper,
you know,
who's a console gamer.
Oh God! Oh God!
Here we go.
Come on, Foxy. Let me finish, Foxy. Come on. So anyway, so my best friend, you know, he's a console guy, and he still plays on the PS4.
Yeah.
And we don't play like games that honestly that we are super into, you know, together anymore, like Destiny, because that's the game that we mostly play a lot. But he's into Fortnite, and he's also into what's that game? The Epic game? It's a Monster Hunter clone.
Fortnite.
It's a Monster Hunter clone. Dauntless.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So he's into Dauntless, and he's into Fortnite. And yo, me and my boy, like, again, this is my best friend in the whole wide world. Like, yo, he plays on PS4, but I play on PC, and we've been playing Fortnite and Dauntless nonstop, yo. Like, and honestly, that's fantastic because my friend is not gonna switch. I'm on PC, he's on PS4.
Oh, so you don't pay? Okay.
No, he's not gonna switch over to PC. He's not. He's just the kind of guy who likes console, and I'm the kind of guy who is not gonna switch over to. You know, I'm not gonna switch and play my games on console. I'm not gonna do that. So the fact that, you know, we can still play together, like, honestly, it's fantastic, bro, because I missed playing games with my best friend, you know, and now it's a possibility. And now that Fortnite and other games have opened the door to that, like, I'm hoping that, like, even more games can open the door to that so that I can play games with my best friends, even though we're not playing on the same platform.
You know, Meds, I'm with you. I've got a very best friend. They live in Norway. We haven't spoken for years. But they play on, I think they play on an Xbox, and they're always on Fortnite, and they are also my bestest friend in this whole wide web.
How y'all go with this shit?
Look, my best friend.
I don't know.
Very crazy.
My best friend lives in Florida. My best friend lives in Florida.
Like a dick. He's also my bestest friend in the whole wide world.
No. Honestly,
is he your bestest friend?
No, he's my best friend. He's been my best. He's been my best friend for like 10 years.
The way he fucking
he don't speak no English, so the friendship's a bit strained.
Mary Poppins or something.
My really good friend's in Florida, and he's got an Xbox, and I do not want to play with his dad. So, you know, you can stay over there. Nobody wants to play with your goose.
You know, I swear down.
Meds.
I wish I could say that. Best friend.
And I know you timed that guy. If he says some shit like that again, you can go ahead and give him the permanent boot. I don't let that shit fly.
Oh, no problem, bro. I mean, listen, there's a lot of people out here who don't have best friends because they don't have friends at all because they're fucking losers.
I'm jealous. I wish I had best friends. I don't have a best friend.
No, fine. You also I have the bestest friend. What the hell?
To have many friends that I can actually call somebody my best friend. You know what I'm
I don't.
A lot of you motherfuckers have a default best friend because that's your only friend.
Hey, my best friend is
and I feel sorry for you, loser ass.
No. I wish I had. No, Meds. Honestly, I envy you. I wish I had friends. I don't have any. In fact, you know what? I swear down. I've got friends who I care about, but I wouldn't say best friends because if I have to stab them in the back, it won't be a thing.
God damn, Fox. God damn.
My best friend is the night.
No. I won't stab them on the back on purpose. I mean, if they turn, like, I'm unforgiving. I don't have any friends that I can forgive. I'm not religious. I don't believe in all that forgiveness bullshit. I feel like, no, you're gonna pay, motherfucker.
Well, the Nightbot is my best friend.
We got any more topics?
Yeah, I got one more. This is definitely
because I know The Witcher is a hot topic. If you guys want to talk.
Yeah, I mean, I
don't watch the show. Y'all big on the show. I don't watch the show.
Yeah, I watched the first 2
Man,
episodes.
I've seen the first 2 episodes.
Yeah, I can go.
It's okay. But like I said, man, I'm having this hard time trying to disconnect Superman and then we have The Witcher. I'm like,
So-
damn,
so-
I can't.
So every time he
It's
pulls out the
hard.
sword,
It's
you just
hard.
you see him as Superman going, no.
Yeah, I can't. Fuck you, bro. I mean, right.
Well,
I just can't get that out of my head, man. I cannot get that out of my
That's
head,
all you
man.
see?
I can't do it. I'm sorry, man. I cannot get that out. What's the guy name that plays Spider-Man? Peter
Tom
Holland?
Holland. Tom
Tom
Holland.
Holland.
Holland. Like, can you imagine him one day?
You know he's gonna play Nathan Drake, right?
Playing
Supposedly.
like Wolverine or something like that.
He's
Like,
playing
James
Nathan.
Bond.
He's playing Nathan Drake. You know that, right? Tom Holland.
something like that. I just couldn't do it, man. This is. It's hard. It's hard, man. It's hard. I'm not saying that the show is bad. The show is okay. The only thing I don't like what they doing now, and I'm not too good on the Witcher books. Maybe I'm kind of lost, but the way they doing Suri, like, because Suri wasn't a princess, was she? She wasn't no princess, was she?
Yeah, she's a rightful
She is?
ruler. Yeah.
You know what? I feel you,
okay,
man.
well-
It's kind of like asking Wesley Snipes to play the lead role in the remake of Single White Female. It just wouldn't work.
Well, it might. Wesley can make.
See, I can't fuck with you right now, Foxy. You on a roll, so I'm not. I can't.
No,
even
I know
listen
he
to
done
you.
Tu Wong Fu. He dressed up as a woman once.
Yeah, he did. And the movie was trash. But no, I mean, it's based on the books. They've come out and they said this is going to be more based on the books. And the video game, he's at the end of his career. Witcher
Okay.
3 is the end of his career. So, you know, him and Vesemir and all them. So it's
Who wrote? Is a trivia quiz for you, Craig. Who wrote the Witcher books?
Somebody with a weird name.
Andrej.
Yeah,
I'll help
okay.
you. I'll give you the first.
I don't know his
Andrej.
name. I don't know his name. All I know is that he's big mad at CD Projekt Red because they made a ton of money off his stories, and he
They
should've
tried to, bruh. They tried to let him in.
I know they tried to cut him in, and he was foolish. He thought that they were
Yeah.
stupid, and because of his foolishness,
He missed
he's
out on
missing out on
millions.
millions. He
Yeah.
missed out on
I
millions.
don't understand why he did
value his
that.
own.
And
Andrej.
listeners,
His own
RG
work. He didn't value his own
RGC
work.
listeners, if you don't know the story, the people who make the games of The Witcher is an already established intellectual property,
Yes.
Yeah.
which is based on novels written by what's the guy's name, guys?
Andrej.
on-
His name's Andrzej Sapkowski. He made like 9 books.
There you go.
Yeah.
A Polish man, obviously, it's a Polish story, and
Mhm.
CD Projekt Red, which is a Polish studio, decided to make fucking games based on The Witcher of the books.
Yeah.
And this
Like
guy,
Metro,
they offered
like
him,
Metro.
they offered him royalties. They're like, yo, we're gonna make some shit based off your book. You want an upfront payment or you want a percentage? And he said, honestly,
Upfront,
he
he
didn't
sold
think
it
that
to
it was
them,
gonna
innit?
be a big thing. He said,
sold
fuck
it
it,
to
just
them.
give me a big old lump sum, forget the percentage. And
Yeah.
these guys end up making like fucking over $1 billion off this shit,
Underrated
and he's
video
left
games.
out in the dark, and he's salty.
He underrated video games because he's an older guy and he looked at.
Exactly,
gonna buy that.
exactly, Fox.
That's
Exactly.
like J.K. Rowling.
and now he's
missing out-
salty. The
yeah.
motherfucker missed out on fucking millions because he didn't.
Yeah, but
think
remember,
the
he's
video
got
game shit was
9
gonna
books,
blow up.
so he can still make money.
Yeah, that's if they
Yeah.
read the book. But I mean, nowadays
No,
people are lazy.
no, The Witcher 3 draws from 9 books.
Yeah, it's
No,
kind
I'm
of
saying
an
that's if the
overview
people
of
actually
all
go and pick up
Not
the
The
books,
Witcher
though.
3, I mean The Witcher series.
The
It
Witcher
draws
series,
from
yeah.
different stories from the 9 books.
Yeah.
So he's making his money there, right? So he's not really, he hasn't lost out because Netflix has paid him a shitload.
Yeah,
Because you're not going to get 1 season. This thing's gonna
definitely-
go
He definitely
on.
still making money. He definitely still making
Yeah.
money.
Plus,
he just
it-
would've-
He
it's
just would have.
CD
He just
Projekt
would have
make
made
new-
more.
it's
But right
CD
now, there's not a second season order. They're waiting on more.
No, they will. Trust me, they
Yeah.
will.
Well, I hope they
There's
do,
Enough
because
gamers,
that's the
enough
first thing.
gamers that
Yeah.
will, even if it's bad, there's enough gamers who will put the viewing numbers up that it will get a second season.
Well,
But here's
again,
the
until
thing.
they find out. But no, when they find out, it's not based on the games. It's more based on the books. A lot of them are going to check out because they don't read.
Yeah, but they've been clear about that in all.
I agree.
That
I
it's
agree.
based on-
I agree.
not a
They're going to wait
surprise.
on that Halo.
I
They're going to wait
I
on
don't
that
think
Halo.
people are
series.
gonna check out Craig because you know how it is, bro. You get locked into like a Netflix series.
I
you just
agree
keep
with
go-
you.
You
I
just
hope
keep
I'm
going
wrong.
till the season's over.
And
You know,
brother, I
people
hope
that
I'm
watch the
wrong.
first
I
2,
think
3
and
episodes,
it's
they're
CD
gonna watch the
Projekt Red.
rest.
I
like
I
that
know
Orange
Project
is the
Red-
New Black,
I'm
right?
sorry.
They watched the first
Amen.
episode with lock.
Exactly, and if CD Projekt Red want to return to The Witcher,
Yeah.
right after they've done Cyberpunk, whatever, they're gonna have to renegotiate with this dude because
Yeah,
you know they've exhausted the stories from the first 3 books. The Witcher 3 is a long game.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
you had that DLC.
You could read
It's
those
really
books
good,
before you finish the game
Mhm.
completely.
Yeah.
All those
And
3
a good
books, you
story.
can watch them. All those 3 books, you can read them from start to finish before you do everything in The Witcher and get that platinum.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, Meds, I can guarantee you the guy that did the Cyberpunk board game, I guarantee he didn't miss out on that motherfucking money because he knows Cyberpunk 2077 is going to make some money. He knows that game is going to make.
He's a brother,
he's not gonna make it.
He's a brother. You know how happy I was. Yeah, and this ain't a race thing, but you know what? It's nice because look, listen, I ain't gonna lie. Black people been the underdogs for a long time. When I saw it was a black man that created Cyberpunk, and they done a deal with him, and like his work is finally getting like some global recognition on a wider scale. That was a proud moment for me. More prouder than when President Obama became president.
Yep.
Well, I mean, I think when people realize the game is called Cyberpunk, I don't know how well it's going, because the game is called Cyberpunk, for Christ's sake. It's just a ripoff.
Cyberpunk has been around since the 90s. It's
I agree, but it's just the same thing you do in Deus Ex. You're hacking computers, you got mechanical parts on your character. It's like, what's the difference here, guys? You know, you're driving around in a car.
You about to find out, Craig. You're about to find out.
I ain't buying it.
Don't worry about it right now, bro. It's coming.
Man, has anybody played the board game?
Nah,
no. Hey, look, if it ain't got.
Well, you want me to tell you that I played the board game? Absolutely not. Are you fucking kidding me? Absolutely not.
It's a board game.
It was a fun fact. It was a fun fact. I was on the phone this morning talking to the right people about PS5. And believe it or not, I was shocked to discover, you know, the marketing phrase that Sony wanted to come up with for PS5.
McRib.
No.
Oh God.
You know, I was no. You're gonna laugh. You're gonna laugh at how much you think the Xbox Series X and PS5 are similar in power. Wait till you hear this. This morning, I was told Sony were considering going with the marketing line, the slogan "Live your dream, live the dream, live the PS5 dream." But coincidentally, Microsoft went with "Power your dreams" for Xbox Series X. So now Sony have apparently ditched the idea and have gone back to the drawing board. But can you imagine though how close they were in their marketing slogan? That Sony was going for "Live the dream, live the PS5 dream," and Microsoft are going with "Power your dreams." They're both going with dreams. That's mad, isn't it? And I found that out this morning, and it makes sense because I think back, and hasn't Jim Ryan been using that term, the PS5 dream?
Yeah, he has.
He's even been letting it slip. So I wonder if that was the original idea that they wanted to. Well, I don't wonder. I know, but now in retrospect, it all makes sense.
Yeah, let me shout.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. Let me shout out Slow-Mo. He put a tweet in the Discord, or he put a link in the Discord. So apparently they actually settled with the writer of The Witcher for the TV show. They settled. So they've got a new deal going. So
didn't have to.
Yeah.
They did that out of kindness.
Out of kindness.
They did that for a future relationship.
Absolutely. They had already secured rights to shit.
Yeah, shout out to Slow-Mo.
But I just thought it was bad on his part for what he did, because he looked at, just like a lot of older people, they just think video games ain't where. All you got to do is go to Wall Street. 20 years ago, Wall Street never thought video games would be where it's at today.
Yeah.
Because remember back then it was a toy. Now it's head of entertainment, period, in the world. Like I've never seen them talk. I really don't read the Wall Street Journal.
Why do you think big money? Why do you think that is though? Why is it the biggest now?
I think it's the biggest because of people like us. We grew up with gaming, because like I've said this before, like when you were little, Foxy, your dad used to come in there and play with you. If he came in there to play with his son, and he played the video game with you, he came to play with his son. He wasn't really interested in the video game. Now, if me and my son 12 years old, if we in here, it's like we going at it. Like we really going at it. I think it really starts with us,
Bonding
the
time,
hard
innit? Bonding.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, say that again.
It's like bonding session, innit, with your son, innit?
Yeah, yeah. It's
But you know what? That's a
incredible,
good
man.
reason. That's a good reason. But the real reason that video game successful, largest entertainment media on the planet, is because it's the ultimate escape. No other medium allows you to escape from your reality, from your dull 7-day working week, or your 5-day working week, or your overstretched bills, or your household fucking disintegrating around you. No
Yeah.
other medium can in sort of hold your attention and take you into its world. It's the ultimate escapism, bro. So it was inevitable. There's no other medium that can do it. You go on a you know, like a roller coaster ride. What's that? 5-10 minutes? Back to reality. You watch a movie. What's that? 3 hours tops? Back to reality. Video games,
It's like
hundreds of hours.
ongoing. It's 100 hours. Yeah, it's ongoing with different genres to fulfill your, you know, that type of fantasy or whatever desire you want to do for. So yeah, that is true.
Look, dudes who got no chance in dating the type of woman they want to date in a video game, that shit's possible.
Oh, I know. That's why dudes was complaining about, what was her name?
Yo,
for
who did
Final
that just
Fantasy?
now? Nobody did that just now in the game?
So
Who did that?
did what?
Did what?
What?
That whole thing, like took everybody out, triggered the whole cutscene, everything. Who did that?
And what?
In
Doing
the game.
Oh, you talking about on the screen?
What do you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's from the. This is from the reveal we got. The first reveal.
Well, I thought you did this shit.
No, it's not out. It's Ghost of Tsushima. It's not out yet. That should look hot, though. I know,
You know,
I know it look hot.
The other thing about gaming, what makes Wall Street so interested in gaming, you can, you know, when you find people like Google, Apple, I think at some point in all of these companies, all these big companies, getting into gaming was discussed on some level in each one of those companies, because each one of these companies are trying to get in the game. I don't think all of them is, but it has been discussed at some level in one of these, in all of these big companies, because this right here, you know, these big conglomerates like Microsoft and Sony, they don't get into something unless something is making money in different avenues. Like Sony is making money off of the soundtracks of games. Sony is making money off of T-shirts. Sony is making money off of hats. Like that's the only time you see these big companies get into anything. And when you see something like Google, Amazon, they purchased the studio, the people that made that fighting game for Xbox. I forgot the name of it, but
yeah,
like it's so many things that's going on with gaming. It's amazing, man. It really amazes me to where we started off to where we at today. It's really amazing.
It's funny you brought up music. You know that god awful new Child's Play reboot we got? The guy who
I told you it was going to be trash.
Well, okay. Well, the guy who did the soundtrack for that movie, Money, is the guy who did the soundtrack for God of War. His name's Bear. I forgot his last name, but he did the soundtrack for God of War. And that should tell you something, just how crazy games become. Y'all see more orchestras. Remember how we talked about that after the I forgot which E3 it was. Maybe it was 2016. Or 17's E3.
Yeah, 26. Oh my god!
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. With the first time they had the orchestra. Yeah, orchestras are being. Thank you, whoever said that, Ross. But we've been talking about that. Like orchestras just flow naturally with video games and the way they've been going about it. We're getting a lot more performances at these shows with orchestras. We got it at the Game Awards, and it was so natural because it flows. You know what I'm saying? It works, and that's how big gaming is reached.
It really
everywhere.
is. Man, I heard somebody, like I said, remember I told you that I heard somebody riding past my house bumping the God of War theme in a car, man.
I think I heard it. Yeah, he had on like blast. I think I heard it through your mic. Like, yeah, dude was really.
I'm like, man, this shit is really like, and that's why it's so many people, it's so many these big companies so in the gaming now, man, because it's making a lot of fucking money. A
Yeah.
lot of fucking money, man. It's
Yeah.
crazy how much money they making, man. But yeah, man, it's crazy.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, I'm
All I
so
know
excited
is,
for next gen, man.
dude, all I know is
Yeah, me
2020.
too.
I am looking forward to it. A lot to look forward to. Let's get into this last topic and let's get to this show being done. This has definitely been a dope show. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Hit that like button. Let's get into these last topic, or just one last topic. So it was reported just
man, 'cause
today.
You did 500 last week.
Yeah. Today, let's get into this. So there was a report that PS5 and this could potentially go with Microsoft as well, but they could be selling the PS5 at a loss, courtesy of Sony, and it will be hitting that $400 price point, supposedly. Now, there was not, it's funny because this came out today, but I remember an article that came out before this. It was talking about where Sony basically commented on the leaked price point of the console, and it was like a release date. They talked about December 4th, 2020. They actually denied this. They said that the PS5 could be $600 releasing on December 4th, 2020, and that there was going to be a PS5 Pro that was going to launch aside next to it, and that was going to be close to $1,000, which was hilarious. But they turned down that entire thing. They basically broke that down completely, saying that was false. And then obviously this news broke today that the system could be $400 and they're going to take a loss on the hardware. Now, one thing we always know about Sony and it comes to hardware, usually, 9 times out of 10 they will go for the profit, right, to make a profit off the hardware, and then they can make even more off the software. But sometimes it's not uncommon for a company to take a loss on the hardware and make it up through software. But that's a pretty big if they were to do it. Let's get your thoughts on this. Money, what you think? I'll let you go.
I can't see them doing 400 again.
Or 500. I'm sorry, it's 500. My bad. It's
499. 500.
Yeah,
I can see 500. It was a rumor just a couple of days ago about the Xbox coming out at 600. And if they do that again, if Microsoft is that fucked up and do that again, man, I feel so sorry. I really like it being at 500. I think it might be between 500 and 550. That's the sweet spot right there. With what they talking about, if this thing is 12 to 13 teraflops at below 500, that will be amazing. But it's 500, between 500 and 550. They can't go no higher. Me personally, I will go 600 for a PS5. I know a lot of people wouldn't, but I would. I would go 600. That's the highest I would go, but that's the sweet spot. 500 is the sweet spot.
Okay.
Well,
Craig, what you think? Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
You can go first.
You sure?
Yeah, you can go.
Okay. Well, I just want to clear up a little something. You said Sony historically makes money on their consoles.
They aim to make money off the consoles.
None of them. Only PS4 is the only console that they managed to start making profit on at a reasonably.
It was like what, $70 profit per system.
PS1 was a loss. PS1 was a loss leader.
No, not when it first started off.
PS2 was a loss leader.
Yeah.
PS3 was a loss leader. PS4 took about 8-9 months before they started making a few bucks on each system. And PS5 is definitely going to be a loss leader.
So y'all think it's possible that they'll take that type of cut or hit?
It's entirely.
You think they'll really do it?
It's entirely inevitable. There's no way that they can offer you this level of spec, and expect you to pay what the spec value would be as if you were, buying the components yourself. Even at a reduction of ordering millions of them and getting rate, it wouldn't bring it down to the level of profitability day one out of the gate.
That software is going to have to be
again.
like
I
we
was
said
told
before.
again this morning. I was told
Mm-hmm.
that PS5s cost more than 600 in excess. I wasn't told the exact amount. I was told these words. I'm saying them as I heard them. Okay, in excess of $600 to produce the PS5. That's all the components. That's the build. That's the box, and that doesn't even include packaging. It doesn't include the controller. It doesn't include cables and stuff, logistical stuff. That's just the box itself. It's 600 plus. Okay, so Sony is going to have to sell it to you for around 499. If they sell it for less, they'll take more of a hit. But they're in a position where things are a lot different from the PS3 era, because when the PS3 launched, they were offering free online play.
Mm-hmm.
So there was no PlayStation Plus to begin with. You didn't have to pay to access online multiplayer. And also they didn't have PlayStation Now. In fact, they didn't have any subscription service. So Sony had to weather that. I think they lost $125 to $130 on each PS3 sold, even at $600. So that would have meant that it cost around $730 to make the PS3, and they sold it at $600, and they still made $130 loss on each unit sold until 3 years in, when they made the PlayStation 3 Slim, and they managed to obviously reduce all of the manufacturing costs. It wasn't until 5 years into the PlayStation 3's life cycle that Sony saw any profit, not even a cent profit from PS3. It took them 5 years.
It took like numerous revisions of it too, the console, to get it down.
It took them 5 years to make money off the PlayStation 3 hardware. Sony, no wonder they were fucked up, down the river in a boat with no paddle.
Dude, they had everything on the first
selling
PS3
they were selling buildings. They was doing insurance, credit cards. They had to.
They had to sell all the
businesses. PS3 almost destroyed them. Okay, but this time, shareholders need not fear. In fact, I put a video out about today that the shareholders are not worried this time, because Sony have services to fall back on to weather the storm. They have PlayStation Now. They made money. Believe it or not, even though PlayStation is being terminated, they still made money from it. They've got PlayStation Plus. There's lots of things in their favor. Plus, they've got momentum as well.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah, a ton. Yeah.
At the end of the day, Sony are going to be able to absorb around $100 loss on this system.
Yeah,
I'd say 125 at a push. So, if you want it for $399, that means and Sony are meant to make profit on it day one. That means it would have to cost around $380 to $390 to manufacture. And that's impossible at these specs. It's actually probably going to cost Sony around $650. I'd say around $650 produce PlayStation 5s. They sell it to you at $500. They're gonna have to get that $150. Maybe they're gonna have to increase the price of games. Maybe the first year of launch games are gonna be like $69, $99, $70. Maybe they have to do that for 1 year, and then it will reduce back down to the regular $60. But there are things they can do, and things they must do, and things they'll have to do. And the same goes for Microsoft. In fact, you could argue the 360 had a much more successful phase of launch because of Xbox Live Gold pre-existing, because they had that to lean on. They could subsidize the cost of Xbox 360 because they already had Xbox Live Gold from the Xbox One, OG Xbox One. But Sony came in not even charging you, because that was their selling point, wasn't it? They knew the system was expensive, so they couldn't charge you for online. That's why it was free for the entire PS3s. Sony suffered a lot, in the PS3 era. They suffered.
Hey, Foxy, you know what I find so crazy about that I've never seen in big business before? One product, this one product almost bankrupted them, but the same product brought them all the way back. It brought them all the way back to the 80s Sony that I know, when everybody had Sony everything. This one product
You
brought
couldn't
that
escape
whole
Sony.
company back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Somebody
you couldn't
said,
even look nowhere without seeing Sony.
yeah. Somebody in the chat said we were lucky to get PS4. Pretty much, if I remember correctly, when PS4 was launching, wasn't there like business? Like there was a lot of talks on the
Everybody was
business. Yeah,
predicting a
bankruptcy. Yeah,
They were
everybody was talking
predicting
about it. They were in the red.
I disagree. We weren't lucky. Sony were lucky. They were
Yeah.
able to buy it. We're not lucky. We don't need game systems to survive.
Yeah, but yeah.
We're not lucky.
No, he's saying in
Sony
terms
are
of just
lucky.
like having the system in general, like
Yeah,
the
but I don't
greatness.
feel lucky that I can buy a PS5. I feel fortunate I've got the money to buy it, but I'm lucky that it's there for me to buy because they're lucky that I'm willing to spend that money on it.
Yeah. And it was crazy. Let's talk about their stocks too for a second too, because remember during that whole thing, their stocks were in the red, like I just said, right? Y'all remember when Nintendo came out with what was it, Pokemon Go on the phone? Y'all remember that report where it was like Nintendo stocks rose higher than Sony for like a day or something like that? Y'all remember that shit? It was crazy.
Yeah.
A lot of people were like really again saying that they were probably out of touch. It was crazy, but it was so much going on at that time when it came to Sony and the system. And
you know what? Sony should get an award. Sony should win some type of business award.
I mean, they did. They
coming
won.
Come back
coming back from the brink of death.
Yeah.
Yup.
In the console space. Because the PS3 forced a lot of pay cuts, you know. Do you know how many CEOs
and a lot of people
didn't get
took
bonuses?
it. Yeah. A lot of people took it.
Yeah, same thing. The PS4 saved a lot of people jobs at Sony.
People
Saved a
gave up
lot
millions of
jobs.
dollars in bonuses at the top end of Sony management. They gave up millions of dollars in bonuses, you know. You know, Kaz Hirai himself, he could have got 3 million bonus. And he said no. He said no, we're bleeding, we're hemorrhaging money.
Yep.
I'm not taking this free $3 million bonus you want to give me for being an exceptional fucking Sony employee. Lots of them said they won't take it. That is what you call caring. That's how you know a company cares about its products. When they say, because a lot of other companies would say, fuck that, that's y'all's problem. You better pay me.
Yeah.
You know, my wife is expecting this one bit, you know, hey, she's looking at a ring right now. Or my husband or whatever, I don't sound sexist. But you know what I mean? But Sony should win some kind of fucking award for coming back from death. Because they were flatlining. I thought they were having a cardiac fucking console arrest.
Everybody thought there was never going to be another PlayStation at that point. It was at that point.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
My girlfriend, she does marketing. And she said what PlayStation did what Sony did with PlayStation, they will be studying that for 50 years, how they were able to come out. Because I say to people that Andrew House walking out there and him and was it Trenton? Is that his name? Trenton? What Jack they Trenton. did, they decimated. They was so bad that even Adam, I ain't got no hair. What's that? The guy, Adam Sessler. He was like, Adam. Yeah, he said on his show he does not see Microsoft recovering from. It was such a devastating.
I would say any company recover if they're willing to adapt and really learn from their mistakes. We learned that from Sony. Sony, you would think Sony would not.
Why have you got racist people in your chat?
Who?
How can you have someone called Rice Eater allowing them to make comments? That's disrespectful to the Japanese and the Chinese.
I saw that, yeah.
And not only that, they're disrespecting me, saying I'm talking bollocks.
I haven't seen him. Oh my God.
That's disrespectful.
Oh, he's the one that gave you the super chat, I think.
That's disrespectful to the Asian community. Well, you give him a refund because you got to have some integrity.
Oh God.
No, seriously though, that's like, imagine you might as well put NIGGER in there at 79. That's just as disrespectful to those people who you're disrespecting with that name. If he had the N word in his name, people wouldn't allow it. So why are you that? No, I'm sorry, I'm against that.
Oh boy.
I'm not trying to make trouble, but you know, justice, point, injustice. I'm not into the injustice. I love people from all over the world, and I know what that name means, Rice Eater. I know exactly what it means.
Yeah.
And that is disrespectful to my Asian brothers and sisters out there making these consoles for us to enjoy.
Oh my God. Yeah, I agree. That's good.
Hey, but you know what, man? They are absolutely right, man. I've never witnessed anything like that They not only just came back as a company, they stomped the competition to the fucking ground.
Yeah,
They did everything
minutes.
right at the right time. Like, oh my, it was just genius. Everything they did was just, you was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no,
what if he's Asian? So what if he's Asian? Why is it only Asian to be offended? Why can't I be offended? You don't have to be the person who's being disrespected to be offended, you know. If someone said, you know, something disrespectful about white people, I would be offended.
Yeah.
Not because I'm white, because it's wrong. So don't tell me about, what if he's Asian? That don't mean nothing. So if you call someone an N-word and the person who is black laughs at that, no one should be offended because they're okay with it. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't want to bring it down, but you know what? I'm here for the fun, and when I see shit like that, I don't like it. I don't like it. People should be respectful. It is holiday season. There's no need for this. You know what I mean? If you can't be nice at this time of the year, why are you even born?
Yeah. Oh Lord. Shit.
If I had a rice eater naming gun, I'd fire it now. It would hit the first motherfucker over there.
Oh Lord. I don't know where to go with this. Did everybody go? Get their
this is where you go. You block them. You block them. That's just disrespectful. Disrespectful. I'm sorry. I don't tolerate any discrimination in any form against anybody. Religion, sexual preference, nationality. I don't care who you are. I don't put up with. I'm half Irish, half Jamaican. I'm the most underdog on the planet, so I'm not putting up.
He's keep acting like y'all crazy. Let me do this for a second. He said, "Oh God, I'm telling you, you're to start drama, dude. Come on, man. Fucking Chris, move." Anyway,
get rid of them, man.
Back to this shit. I'm not gonna end this on a bad note at all. Money, you said your piece. Craig, you said your piece, right? I said mine.
About what?
Sony comeback.
Craig and Sony.
Oh, about them coming back. Well, like I said, yeah, she was just like, look, what they did will be studied for years in marketing. Just they went out there and they decimated their opponent, and what they had to. They had, like you all properly were talking about how the PS3 really hurt them. Well, they went out there and had a higher performing system. They gave it to you at a lower price. Now they gave you a piss poor earpiece. That thing was trash. But
yes, it was. Yes,
but it was it had 7.1 sound capable. It had the universal port. It is and it took them a while. Everybody knows that Microsoft did have more games at launch. That is the truth. And but overall, they decimated them with the price. That was it doesn't matter what Microsoft put out because Sony was putting out something that was $100 cheaper. So and it did the same thing. I was at GameStop where a woman walked in and said, "What's the difference in the Xbox and the PlayStation 4?" The guy said, "Well, they both play games, they both play movies." And she said, "Why is one $100 more?" The guy couldn't really answer it, so she bought the PlayStation, and that was just like, wow.
That won't happen next gen.
Well, probably not. Yeah.
Not unless Microsoft release a cheaper model of like 4 T-flops, 6 T-flops or something. Because let's say they only released the Xbox Series X and Sony only released the PS5, okay? That means that they're both going to have to come in at around the same price. And Sony are not going to charge you. I don't think Sony will charge you 600. I think it'll be 500 tops. That means Microsoft are going to have to match them.
Yeah.
So this is a gamble. If Microsoft want to come powerful, it might cost them. Because if it's their only system and it's $599, it's $100 more than PS5, and it's going to be the repeat of this generation. People are going to go for the PlayStation 5.
Yeah, true.
Wait there. Deep down, everybody's saying deep down. I thought that was a tech demo for PS4. They're saying that deep down might have a release date.
Don't say that. I
Nah,
want that
I'm
game.
seeing that in the chat. People saying Deep Down release date. Really? I didn't even hear about Deep Down having no release date.
You know what? The only way we're gonna find out the truth. Let's ask Nightbot.
Nightbot is no shit.
Well, you know, Capcom said that the game, this was a couple of years ago, they said that they were still working on the game. We haven't heard nothing.
Oh my
about
god!
it.
It's like
But
Agent.
they
It's
said
like
still
Agent.
working on it.
Yo, let me
It's
ask
just
this
like
question
Agent.
about that. Does anybody okay, everybody in the chat, who used that microphone that came with the PS4? You know what I'm talking about, the little ear pod that
Never.
went one ear? Who the hell used that?
I couldn't
I
use
use
it.
Never.
Here's the crazy part. I know one person. He's watching this show. Shout out to my homie Kyle. He used that shit. He still used it to this day. But he had that same earbud.
Never.
That shit make him sound mad clear. My thing is this: how the hell does that microphone sound so clear than most of these damn?
Because it doesn't
overpriced
have any. It doesn't pick up
headsets?
any bass. It's like a tweeter microphone. It's
That
just
shit's
tweet.
crazy. It be sounding extra clear though, versus like some of these microphones that be costing like 150.
That's true.
That shit crazy to me. Like, what the hell? You know, I'm rocking, okay, I'm telling you now. I'm rocking Astro A40s right now, right? The microphone sounds like I'm talking through water. Like I'm underwater at times when I'm live, when I have it connected to the mix app and shit. However, it has some good sound. You know what I'm saying? And they're comfortable. That's about it. It feels like I spent $200 just for some damn comfortable headphones. That's it.
You know, I used
Ryan.
it once. The one you're talking about, that cheap one, the one.
Yeah, the one
ear
that you get day
comes
one
in
with the PS4.
Yeah, I used it once. I tested it once to make a video on Share Factory before I ever had a PC. Way back, years and years ago, in the early days. And I found that it made you sound distorted, like you're shouting, like that. Well, that's
Ryan,
my
when we
experience.
first started, when
I'm
you
only talking about my
started-
experience.
Hold on, what were you saying? Hold on,
I'm sorry. When you first started the first podcast, what you think I was using?
Oh shit!
Have you got it far away from you though? Have you got it far away though? Because you know you can clip it. You're meant to clip it like close to the top.
I remember
part of your
that
chest,
shit.
right?
Yeah, because I remember that shit.
Your
He
mouth,
jumped in.
right?
He jumped out. No, he's like, "Yo, man, I've been following you for a minute." I'm like, "Okay." I think this motherfucker got a headset, man. He rocking that shit. Oh shit!
I'll use whatever Nightbot.
That is suspending my belief. Fuck.
I don't know. I like to have two ear cuffs. I don't like the one.
I don't like
thing.
one ear. Yeah, I'm more of an over the ear type of person.
Yeah.
All right. Meds, you still there, brother? Or did he step away? I think he went to sleep. I think Meds went to sleep. All right. Well, I don't hear Meds. I think that's all the topics then. Yeah. I think we got through
Well,
everything.
there's one more thing that before you shut down.
Go ahead.
A little bonus, a Brucey bonus.
Okay.
Now you know that the loading screen thing is really Microsoft and Sony are aiming to virtually eliminate them.
Virtually, yeah.
Well, what's been the biggest Achilles heel of downloading shit on PlayStation 4 systems, particularly? It's the speed, right? It's like got an arbitrary limit, so that it don't matter how good your internet is or how fast your speeds are, you're always going to be capped in how much it will download of a game at any time, right?
Yeah.
Well, next gen, that is no more. Sony are going to allow, well, whatever your internet provider service gives you, that's your download speed.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
cool.
download should increase drastically if you're into digital downloads and stuff, you know, or these inevitable updates that we're gonna get. It should download it in a jiffy.
Not only that, the ability to choose what you really want to download. Like, remember how we got that for PS4? You can choose what you want to download because you want to play first. For example, let's say you want to play the multiplayer, you don't care about the single
Yeah,
player.
but that's basic, though, isn't it?
But
They
here's the
only
thing:
offer
with PS5, isn't there like a
multiplayer or the
feature where you can
campaign.
remove it?
No, but that's what we got on PS4 is really a basic version of what 5.
Yeah, I'm saying you can cut games in half and have the
either
games.
multiplayer or the campaign, right?
Yeah, you can cut the
Yeah,
game
well,
in half.
with
and
PS5, it's going to give you more options than.
See, it's looking good. And
That's why I want them to come out of a companion device. Like, I was annoyed.
Well, we're gonna get
that-
one. We're gonna get one.
Well,
but it's that
I don't know
multifunctional
now because
yeah.
you know the last comment Sony made is we're no longer in the portable or handheld business. So that kind of put a nail in the coffin. But because of the nature of the downloading with PS5, that you can take segments of data
Yeah.
and prioritize. It's like that would have been perfect for dumping stuff onto like a cartridge for a portable.
Yeah.
And you don't have to download the whole game. Like you would have been able to play a portion, like, and then continue wherever you left off, or you know what I mean, on the go. Like, wouldn't that have been amazing? Like that would have helped them in Japan counter the Nintendo Switch portable dominance.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm replying to somebody.
Y'all hear those the rumors? I know it's some we done heard these rumors before about
I'm ready.
that Sony might be doing the same thing Microsoft might be doing with coming out with another console.
Yeah.
With a different type of
Nah, that's not happening. I would have heard that. Do you know what? I've seen the rumors going back months and months, several months now. But here's the thing. The people I speak to, particularly a certain individual, they've not, every time I bring it up, there's nothing on that. I don't think Sony's coming out with 2 consoles. I've had no indication of that whatsoever. It's almost as
I
if
think that's a good thing.
Ether. It's just ether.
Ether. All right. Well, I guess we're gonna shut it down. I guess we can shut this down.
It's your last one of 2019.
Is it really? I don't think so, because we'll be back for 27th. I don't know if y'all want to do one on the 27th, right?
No, man, I'm off. I shut down today. From Sunday is when I'm really off. I'm doing one gamer couch on Sunday, and then no one ain't gonna see me until after New Year's Day.
I don't know. Y'all want us to do an RGT for the 27th? If not, then I guess you could say this could be the last.
Everyone's gonna say that they want it. Of course they are.
Oh, this coming next Friday. Yeah. I'll be 50-50.
I was saying, because I gotta check my schedule, see if I can fit it in.
People are gonna be busy with their families. That's the time where, like, after your belly full, right?
Yeah. I'm really thinking, can I do that?
Food and drink. You're gonna start visiting family or checking your friends, and like a lot of people, YouTube's gonna be like a ghost town, man.
Yeah. Unless I do it super early, but again, y'all know how that be with super early shows.
You're gonna get greedy motherfuckers doing it because they only
yeah, they'll do it
monetization.
Yeah,
all they care about is making that ad revenue, so they'll do it whenever. They'll do it they'll do it on their fucking death day. The day they die, they're still making videos because they love the monetization.
Yeah, that is true.
You'll do a Christmas special
at their funeral. They'll be hitting that upload button.
Yeah, I do got a special guest I did want to get on here, not for the podcast, but probably do might do a interview type of show like I did last time. I know a lot of you guys liked that when I had Damien Fernandez on the channel. You guys remember the millionaire? That was a good conversation. I have one with Mr. Gio Corsi. That's going to start off 2020, so I can't wait to get into that interview. It's going to be great. But I'm going to have one, probably I can squeeze one in here going into the week. Hopefully. Maybe tomorrow I might be able to set something up for you guys, an interview. With someone that you guys would least expect that would ever be on this channel. So that's going to be fun to talk if I can do it.
You're doing interviews now?
I've been doing them.
Well, how many have you done? I don't know about any of them. I know you've done one.
I've done one, but yeah, I'm setting up a lot. I'm setting up a lot of them.
Is that what you're into now, though? You want to do, like, you turn into hip hop?
Nah. He's all up close and personal. He mostly flies out. See, I don't
You're gonna lose all your viewers.
Yeah. go there with hip hop gamer.
He's gonna say, "Fuck this shit." If I want DVD extras, I'll fucking buy a DVD. I want game news.
He gonna go hip hop gamer.
I don't want Blu-ray extras. I want the movie.
That man shout out to Hip Hop Gamer. That man puts a lot of effort in them damn.
No, I like Hip Hop Gamer.
He's hilarious. He's hilarious.
I like Hip Hop Gamer, but you know what? He had a formula that I loved personally in the early days, and then it just went really developer centric.
You just kind of
hold on a minute.
Yeah.
I don't care about all this shit. I don't want to know how I don't know how you made the burger. I don't want to see the cow get slaughtered. Just give me the fucking burger. I don't even eat meat. You know what I mean?
There was only one interview that he did I was really into, and that was the one with John Cena. That was shocking when he had John Cena.
Nah, I'm not into these. You know what? Don't get me wrong. I'll watch an interview with Phil Spencer talking about next gen or whatever. I'll watch an interview of Mark Cerny talking about next gen. But I don't care about developers trying to promote their game.
Yeah.
But via interview, it's like the interview is not the interview is just a front for them promoting their game, because they wouldn't talk to you if they weren't promoting their game.
Yeah, true.
The outcomes, it's always you got to mention the name of their game and when it's due to come, or there's no interview.
Yeah. I'm definitely though again. What's up?
You're telling me that would have been a bad idea to get you on J-Tech show when I had Hip Hop Gamer on it? That would have been a bad idea.
Who's J-Tech?
The fuck playing around?
No, seriously, who's J-Tech? You talking about J-Tech?
You
TV?
know who J-Tech is? Yeah, J-Tech TV.
You know what, dude? I'll be honest. If you had $1 million in a suitcase, you get me that show with.
Hey, stop it!
There's no money on earth could get me to give to do that. No, I'm sorry. I ain't got nothing against him personally, but creatively, I don't agree with what he does. He could be a really nice guy, but on YouTube, I don't like his thing.
Well, let's close this out. Let's close this out.
I'm just keeping it real. Listen, me and the guy, we could listen. Let me tell you.
I know. Y'all probably got history. I know. Trust me. There's a
fight,
rap sheet for a lot of people who don't like or don't talk to Jay.
Creatively,
hey, you know what?
What's up?
You know what the thing is? I've made this, and I'm not saying you're making a mistake, but I've made this mistake plenty of times in my life. I always, before I meet a person and sit down and talk to them, I think if you sat down and talked to the guy, I think you would come out. I'm not saying you would do a show with him, but you would be like, "Hey Ryan, you know what? That guy's okay."
I agree with you. I agree with you, but the problem is the content of his labor tells me who he is already without sitting down with him. Like I'm not into this whole Amazon bestsellers #1. Oh, look where Xbox is at number 20. PlayStation's at number.
Well, you know, a lot of that stuff, man. A lot of this stuff is entertainment, man. A lot of this stuff.
Yeah, I know, but I'm a bit. You know what it is? Call me old fashioned.
It's cool. It's cool.
Call me
but I'm just saying, I
decrepit pensioner. I'm like a senior citizen then.
Shout out to.
Yeah, I would just. You know what? I would love. The only reason I would love to see it happen because I like putting people. I'm not asking you to come to the show. We've been doing the show for a while. And I'm just saying that would be something that would be good just for gaming, period. Because I like putting people together that people say that will never, ever, those two people will never, that would never happen. I used to think of myself, I would never do certain things with certain people.
I respect, if that's the reason behind it, then I respect your intention. But I'll be honest with you, a whole new world would have to be rebuilt before I go and do that shit. I'd have to go to heaven, hell, and the fucking the North Pole before I fucking do that shit.
Lord, look who joined the fray. Don't get me wrong,
I ain't got nothing against him as a
no, I know. Hey,
creatively, it's like you got artists and you got music, right? Musicians and singers and artists in the music business. They get on, but creatively, they never work together.
Yeah,
they don't. They never. It was like chalk and cheese. They might have a great time out and about, you know, but in the studio they never work together. It's, you know, there's just levels to this shit, and you know, I don't want to put anyone down because you know he has his following, and like I said, I don't know him, and you said it too. He could be a wonderful guy, but I base things on content. If I look at someone's content and it tells me a bit about the direction, even if it is entertainment, it's not my type of entertainment, you know.
Yeah.
You know what? It's nothing wrong with the way people. It's just me personally. It's just me. I used to do stuff. I used to judge people off of, you know, that one thing. How they say, by a book by its cover.
Don't judge.
And I never ever met that person. And then when I meet that person, like I know
what you mean. I know it's a strange phenomenon.
Hey, wait, I just wonder what's his name? What's the one guy named? Damn, I forgot his name. What's the one white guy named Ryan that used to be with fuck, I forgot. Crap Gamer. I said I would never, ever. now me and him cool as hell. We
Of
cool
course,
as hell.
now he's on the
Wayne,
PlayStation
we
side. Of
cool.
course, he's cool as hell. But here's the thing, right? You said it yourself. Don't judge a book by its cover. But what if that book, when you open it, it's constantly spewing things you disagree with? Do you really need to judge it by the cover when the content tells you? You just have to open the book and read.
But that's the thing, man. I think today a lot of people, and I'm not saying you, just a lot of people nowadays, man, they don't respect other people's opinions on anything they say. It's almost like, because like this happened to me, man, and this is scary. I don't want stuff like this happening to me. Somebody stopped being my friend because of the game I like that he don't like. And I'm like,
that's good.
What the fuck
They
is
did
going
you
on?
a fucking favor, my friend. They ain't no friend worth having.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And that's how I feel about like this gaming stuff. Like we talk about gaming, and if I don't like what this part, I respect everything that anybody say. I don't care what they say.
I can't do that. I can't.
Oh no, that's cool.
I can't
That's
respect
cool. That's
everything
cool.
that
That's cool.
everybody says. I can respect what some people say, but not everything everybody says. That means you're compromising yourself.
Everything that comes out of I respect everything that comes out of person mouth. If it don't hurt me directly or my family or anything, especially when we talk about if we talking about video
You're
games.
like the Dalai Lama here, man.
That well, you know, I kind of, you know what, I grew into that, man. I grew, and plus I'm Muslim, and you know, that's just the way my life is, man. My life
are you
is
Muslim,
like,
really? Alhamdulillah. Assalamu alaikum, my brother.
Yeah,
I'm not Muslim, but I know the lingo.
I thought you was Muslim, man. For a minute, I thought
I'm not
you
Muslim.
were.
I'm all, you know what? I'm no religion, and I'm all. I understand them all, which is why I'm not religious at all. Do you understand? When you understand them, you realize it's not worth your time and effort.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Shout out
I don't want to put people
to
down, but you know what I mean.
yeah,
Because I've studied all the religions,
get this.
like the main ones. I've studied them all. I've come to a stage where I realize, this is just like it's smoke and mirrors. It's smoke and mirrors.
What the hell was that?
It's like secret sauce without the sauce.
It's like somebody got punched. Like
you know, I thought you were Muslim because the one guy that used to be on the Xbox, I forgot the guy's name, but he used to hang out with you a lot. He don't be as much on there. He used to be on the Xbox. I used to be with Next Gen and them.
Oh, you're talking about Ray. You're talking about
that's my
Iron
book.
Wolf.
Hey. Iron Wolf, that's my
yeah, he's a
shout
Muslim.
out to Iron Wolf.
I respect, don't get me wrong, I respect whatever you want to believe in, whichever belief system you want to hold, as long as it doesn't harm people. I respect it, but it don't mean I'm in agreement with it. I just accept that that's what you believe. You know what I'm saying? I just accept that that's your tenets. That's how you live by your tenets in life. That's your pillars. That's what you do, you know? That's you want to be part of the Ummah, be part of the Ummah, you want to be part of the Christianity, do that. Do what you want. Hindu, I love you all. You know, particularly the females. But here's the thing. I don't want to be the problem with religion is, and real quick, we don't have a long discussion about it. Problem with religion is I'm happy that you found happiness, but you're not happy that you think I haven't. So people who find religion constantly badger people to try and convert them or convince them to be religious too, which means you can't be truly happy, because if you were truly happy, you'd leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah. Let me get this out the way.
You know what,
wait. Let me get this out the way.
I'm sorry.
I got to shout out Luca. Shout out Luca. She said some shit. She said they weren't really your friends to begin with, and that is true. I have disagreed with Ash and Luca numerous times. We've gone at each other's throats. Mr. Big Money would tell you we got at each other's throats numerous times on the Her Show. But one thing I can always count on, right? And I'll say this in front of the 126 of you that are here. I can have a grown-up discussion with her at the end of the day, or I can still talk to her any day of the week. You know what I'm saying? Even if I have a disagreement.
That's what I'm talking about.
People don't know how to disagree.
Exactly. I can have a disagreement with her every day.
If I wasn't 8,000 miles away, I'd date someone like Luca because she's feisty. I like strong women. I like a woman that don't take
as long as they're paying for making me chicken parmesan.
I like a woman that don't
Luca, run.
take shit. The worst woman you can have is a walkover. Stands her fucking ground. Like she don't, you know. I like a strong woman that checks you when you need to be checked. Or otherwise, I'll just take you for an idiot for the rest of your life. You need to be strong with a man like me. So, Luca, if you're listening, my digits are. I'm only joking.
She's in the chat right now.
Well, as long as they're making chicken parmesan.
Is she really in the chat?
She's in the chat. You don't see her in the chat.
I thought you just mentioned her casually, dude.
She's in the chat.
No, but I mean that though. I like a strong woman. That time that she came at me, even though she was totally in the wrong, and she apologized, and I apologized. But that's old shit. But I like the way that she just wouldn't. I love that, man. I like that don't back down shit. You know what I mean? Stand your ground, because you know at the end of the day, I'm not gonna lie. I've got a daughter and I've got a sister, and I find that women are like secondary for too long. Do you understand? Like their opinions aren't as important. You know?
Yeah. Shout out to Dominique. Said Merry Christmas to RGD Crew. Merry Christmas to you and everybody that's still here. A little longer than expected, but you know how it is. It's a holiday special for y'all. We love doing the show for y'all. And for 2020, since Mr. Fox said what he said, I'm just going to play this.
Oh, Luca, I've been trying to get you, Luca, since we first you.
That's for you.
Yeah.
Right. So, man, that was definitely a good show. It was good having everybody here in
Well,
this,
at least Kid Smooth's happy. Xbox is relevant again.
Oh, shit. Here we go.
No, I'm proud. You know what? It gives me great joy to see that he's come alive again. Because it's been a terrible few years for Kid Smooth, and now I see that Series X has come out. Kid Smooth is like on fire, like he's taking it to the fucking PlayStation guys, boy.
Shout
it's really funny.
Shout out to Kid Smooth, one of the funniest dudes on the planet here in YouTube. Shout out to him.
Man, did y'all see what happened when David Jaffe was on there? Did y'all see when he left?
Nah, I didn't see it. I didn't see it.
Oh,
yeah, try to interview David Jaffe.
I'll ask him. He'll probably come through. That'd be cool. I'll definitely be asking a lot of people for sure. Man, I'm definitely gonna shut it down. We're going on for for over 2 hours. This was definitely a good one.
I wish my podcast was fun as these. I don't know why I give more.
So you cut out, Fox.
No, I'm just saying this was fun. Like I don't know why I give more energy than I do to my own podcast.
Should have more fun, just vibing. That's all it is.
I think it's because it's Sunday. Like Sunday's like.
You be tired on Sundays? You don't be feeling like it?
Well, just take it with a grain of salt. That's gonna be the name of it.
Grain of salt.
Rampant HDR.
Yeah, rampant speculation. Threadripper on the Xbox. Arcturus architecture on the Xbox. We're just gonna let it all fly, but you got to take it with a grain of salt. So.
Oh, by the way, I got your. I gotta make that thing. I'll make it after this, but I got you. I ain't forget, Craig. I didn't forget.
The Nightbot. Yeah, send me directions.
No. I'll walk you through that, but I'm talking about the other thing for the. You know what?
Oh,
the salt. The salt. You know the one. That thing.
You know what? You know. I don't want to sound Simon Cowell. You know. I love this show because it's so much fun, and people can say profane things and get away with
it. Oh God. Well, let me see everybody off on the panel here. This is definitely a good show. I want to say shout out to everybody that's still here. We still got 120 of you here. Hit that like button. It is the holiday season. 'Tis the season to be happy. And 2020 is definitely going to be a great year. It has been one hell of a roller coaster, this channel and everything that I've been going through here. But I always look forward to Fridays. I always look forward to Sundays and Saturdays rather as well. It's just a good time hanging out with people. I love talking game with y'all, but at the same time, I love obviously dropping videos. And again, I appreciate all you guys for making this possible. Those of you that's still here, you know, I do. I really do appreciate it. It makes everything worth it. It's everything that it's
I want to slip my wrist.
I'm going to throw you out the window. Don't interrupt my speech. Not playing. But real talk. Shout out to you guys. Peace and love. I will definitely see you guys for the next year. A lot of stuff planned. Hopefully I get something set up for you guys for tomorrow if I can do it. So 50-50 on that, but we'll definitely see. I'm gonna let everybody do the outros. I'm gonna start off with someone who's no stranger here. I started off podcasting with this individual, and we had some good times. And one thing I am proud of for 2019 is that we were able to link back up and definitely start working again. So
is he your
Mr.
best
Big
friend? Your best friend in the whole wide
Yo,
world.
Matt, somebody interrupt me. Get him, Matt. Yeah, we gotta do it. To quote him, make sure you check everybody count. Nah, I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it.
Is he your best friend though? That's what I want to know.
He might be your best
Does
friend.
He ride or die
Keep trying.
Would he ride or die for you?
Oh God.
Lie on the stand for you? Would he fry for you? Would he cry for you?
We know you ain't Mr. Cannibal. I'm eating everybody. Can't let the world go to hell. I remember that shit.
Well, yeah. If there's no food left on Earth, you next. You next. Human meat tastes good when there's no food.
Mr. Money, go ahead, brother.
Shout out to the panel, man. Like you said, thank y'all for coming out. Me and this guy have been rocking out for a long time, and I'm glad that we can still work together, and we still got that love for each other.
Get a room, man. This sounds like some bro, man.
Fuck that. Hey, now y'all listen to me.
I knew he was going to say it. That's why I didn't say nothing. That's why I got quiet.
Listen to me very closely. Y'all hear what Foxy said, but mark my goddamn words. I'm going to get him and J-Tech on a podcast together. Mark my fucking word. If he said, if Foxy said he got to go to heaven and hell well, that's where he gonna go, because he gonna come on that fucking podcast. Hey, thank y'all for coming through, man. Shout out to everybody that's out there, man. Y'all have a very blessed holiday, even though I don't celebrate the holidays, but I still hope everybody out there the best. And shout out to the panel, Foxy, the Messiah, Maz that was in here. Shout out to him. Carlos, where you at? That's my little bruh. Where you at, fam? Where you at?
He watching. He's watching, but he got family over.
To my very bestest friend.
Oh hell no! Oh, get the hell out! No.
My bestest friend in the whole wide world.
Video, where you at? Somebody help me. Okay. Shout out to Video. Messiah, go ahead, brother.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Shout out to the Nightbot. And
Jesus.
so yeah,
Nightbot shit is
I don't know what that thing is, but yeah, shout out to everybody who was here. Great time, great chat. Go check out The Rise of Skywalker. I'm telling you right now, I was in tears, not one, not two, but 3 times.
Oh, I ain't gonna like what I gotta say about that. Okay.
But yeah, and we're going to be doing a review. I got moved to do it with hopefully a new media partner here, T3 Medias, and tomorrow at some point. So but great podcast. Everybody have a great holiday. And for me personally, I'll be doing some more game podcasts. Stop by, playing more Elite Dangerous. Take it easy. Shout out to the chat and the panel, and everybody have a great, safe holiday.
Alrighty, Mr. Fox, you have the floor.
What a year. I mean, it's been great. Everything's been wonderful. The Foxy Games UK members have been great. New and pre-existing subscribers. I'm really appreciative. Some of them actually frequent your channel as well. It's like some cross-gen shit, you know? But anyway, thank you, everybody. It's been wonderful for gaming. Lots of games. So many announcements, events. In spite of Sony not really doing much, but it's been a revelation. It's been revelatory, as Digital Foundry like to say. But they do, yeah. But yeah, look, enjoy the holidays, peace and love, play games, not corporations, all that jazz, because it's the most wonderful time of the year.
All right. Meds went adios, but shout out to Meds jumping back on here. Expect him on the show more often in 2020. But yeah, a lot to look forward to in 2020. Can't wait. Much love to everybody again. Hope you all have a very blessed and safe Merry Christmas to all. And I will see you guys on the next one. Have a lot of stuff planned, and I can't wait to start. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the show again. Y'all be blessed, and we're definitely going to sign out of here. Y'all be good to one another. And yeah, see you later.